in your house, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Shows on your chair.
Oh yeah, this. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have two kids.
So, guys, we're live, and we've already started the interview talking about John's cat.
Claw in the chair.
Yeah. Right. How you doing? So tonight I have someone really interesting. He's been on YouTube, from what I could tell, for about 10 months, where he's actually been posting. He's probably been on longer. And so I had seen his channel, and I just thought, I think it's going to be really interesting, and someone we want to get to know, because he's involved in our community. And of course, we have Roger, and I'll just show you Roger. I'll present him. There we go.
Hi.
Yeah, we don't recognize. Look at that clean face.
Yeah, he looks great.
Okay.
That's my daughter's fault.
So Paul Murray's in the house, Mr. Doughboy. I think you noticed I modded you out. We got Centroid and Drone Effects with Claude. And I don't have my own YouTube channel pulled up because I'm just like that. So I'm going to do that really quick, guys. And then we're going to get on with the interview. So give me 1 second to go back in and see if that's muted or not. Oh, let's see. Oh, yeah, it's showing on with the interviews. Now it's muted. I swear, I always forget to mute that thing. Okay, here we go. So Gremlin. Hey, Gremlin. So let's present John Denardo. Hi, John.
Hi, how are you? Hi, all.
I'm pretty good.
Good.
And so, guys, make sure now, John, I looked at your channel, and you have 82 subscribers.
I do.
So we're going to bust all that out pretty soon. Hey, Catherine Treen, how you doing? Because to me, that's not a very big amount for the many people that I think you have. You probably, you should be having at this point with those videos. So hopefully, hey, E-Drone, happy St. Patty's Day to you, and Night Train. So has it only been 10 months that you've been on? Oh,
no. No, I've been in the background for years, actually, on YouTube, but I just never had a page up or anything. And then I started to play around with the page, once I got some drones going. Hopefully the furnaces don't kick on too much. I'm in the cellar of my house. I used to call it the radio room. I'm a ham radio operator, and I just recently had some work done on the house. I used to have a 120-foot tower in the backyard, and the cement mixer decided to hit one of the guy wires, and it bent the tower, so I just had it taken down. That's footage I could put up, too, that I just haven't done of them taking it down. We took it down with a crane, and I used to do that for years. Put up and take down towers. But so yeah, I've been around YouTube for a while. It's just the pages I just started to get into doing that, and I'm starting to try to do the editing. The editing is the part, I really want to. Some of these guys just do a fantastic job of. It's just like a movie, or a commercial or something like that, and I want to try to do some stuff like that. So right now, most of my stuff is just thrown up there without any real video editing. There's definitely no, color correction or anything on any of my videos. And some of them have music. And the early ones I did with my parrot stuff, they don't. Yeah,
I want to talk about your early ones, because how early were those? Because one of them said July 4th, but wasn't it in 2016 or something like that?
Right.
And,
yeah.
and
they go all the way back. I should go get my other one. I've got a few of these. These are parrots.
A few?
Yeah, I have two of these parrot bebop 2s, and I have one of the original yellow parrot bebops. And the very first video that I put on there was with the Bebop 1 drone, or the regular Bebop, and then the next one, and that was in 2014. One of them I don't think I have dated, and then so there's a couple of them that are on with the Parrots, and then the rest are with my Mavic and the Air, and I just recently acquired a Spark. And of course, I have tons of little things like this I used to play with. It's a little helicopter.
Those are harder to fly, I think.
Yeah, these are the dual rotor ones. These are real easy to fly. When you get into the single bladed ones, which I've had a couple, which I've actually sold those to buy my Mavic Pro that I have that I fly, and I found that to be so easy to fly. I mean, they're just.
Can you do me a quick favor, John? Can
Sure.
you put something in the chat? Just type something in so people know how to find you.
I'll type hi all again.
Yeah, hi all. If you do that every once in a while, because only 82 subscribers. I got to tell you, one thing I noticed about your videos was that you just started posting 10 months ago. So you don't have a lot up, right? But from the beginning, which was a few years ago, to now, what a difference a day makes. I mean, my gosh, you are really doing a good job with your flying. In the beginning, it was kind of choppy, not quite as smooth, might I say?
Yeah, it depends on which drone I had. You know, the Mavic stuff or the DJI stuff is, like I said, so simple to fly.
Yeah.
And I like to try and do, you know, odd things. What I'm going to try to do this spring and summer is actually fly up streams and some waterfalls that I have picked out that I can actually fly. So near my house, I can't really fly here at my house. I can see, when I used to climb my tower, I could look into the airport's tower.
Oh.
I'm right next to a military base with F-16s, so it's a little tough for me to fly around the house. Before all the rules came in, I used to fly my Parrots right around the yard just to see how they were, especially after an update. Those things would definitely, I've had some flyaways and things like that with those. But
So really quick, I want to say hello to a few people, and you can too. Gremlins in the house, Centroid. Jagger Scott. Okay, Jagger Scott's got some really cool videos too. All the guys do. Doughboy. Yeah, we got to talk, Doughboy. I'm just saying, I want to talk to you. Paul Murray is in the house. We have Choo Choo Night Train. Night Train's in the house. Robert Stanton. Hey, how you doing? I was trying to find you on Facebook and I couldn't. Yes, I'm stalking you. Get used to it. We have the life of the Helms family. I believe it's Jeffrey, which I promptly spelled wrong. We have E-Drone. E-Drone, I'm so happy to see you. Jim Crinnan. Jim, welcome back, my friend. Welcome back. Let's see, who else? I know I'm missing someone. We have Drone Effects with Claude. Let's see, Catherine Tureen. How are you doing, darling? I'm so happy you came in. Let's see. I think I said everyone. And if I missed anyone, believe me, it was not intentional. And teeny weeny, oh my, Paul, behave yourself. That's his sock puppet. Don't ask. And Flying with Stan. Hey, Flying with Stan.
hi, everybody. Looks like you're getting some people to come in now. I noticed the video. If I watch Google Hangouts, I can see what I'm doing. If I go back to YouTube, it's delayed a few, actually 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
Right. It is, and it can get a little bit confusing. So we're gonna be yeah, it takes a little while for everyone to get in because I think I have managed to put this right about supper time for some of us. So I think that could be part of what's going on now. So John, you are at 88 right now.
Oh,
So,
awesome. Yeah, I see a couple in there. I thanked them for the subs.
yeah.
This is great, to do things like this and starting to meet a lot of nice, interesting people. I haven't really come across anyone that's really been, bad or anything. But I think that's because of the community that I'm looking through. There's not a lot of people that are bad that are in this drone community, and like the stuff that you're doing, Val. There's still nice people out there. I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, yeah, I am. I like this community. In fact, the communities, and I'll say communities because we all kind of branch out. And then, I've always looked at Roger as kind of being that hub that kind of holds us all being able to touch each other and say, okay, there we are. But yeah. Oh, Roger, Paul wants you to call him. Let me just be the secretary for a moment in the interview. Okay, Paul. Okay. Mr. Doughboy, you don't have to be a droner. You're fine. You're doing keto. I still want to talk to you because so am I. So anyway, Drone Shots is in the house. So what do you think it is? Like, you've been on 10 months, and I saw some of your videos and your later videos, and they've started to get some momentum.
Yeah, all of a sudden, plus, I'm new to YouTube as far as posting, so I never know what to put it under. Like, I just changed the heading on the very first one to film and animation. Got a little tongue-tied there. Before I forget exactly what I had it on, maybe community or something like that, and it wasn't getting any hits. But I noticed some of the other ones I put on to film and animation, and they started to get, stuff right away. So that's what I've been trying to do. Is that, I haven't really looked to see what everyone else is, how they're posting their drone footage and such.
So I think it's basically with tags, but I do know, hey, DNA, I do know that if you come in, like with Roger's stream, as you know, we kind of all get together and then we see who's out there and we start trying to watch each other's streams as much as we can, to make sure, well, I've watched all yours, so until you put something else, you need views for me, until you get out there.
It'll be this week. I'll start putting some stuff up. I had flown, this one over here. Remember I had said I got a little spark and the case was going to come in.
Ooh, I want to see it. Open it up.
That's the case that came in for the $26. It did come with a gimbal protector, but it's kind of useless with this case that it came with, because with the gimbal connector on, it doesn't fit into the hubs, the charge station. So what I did was, and it fit a little loose. I don't know if you can see. So it fit a little loose in there, and this is the actual foam from the charging case. So I put that on top, and it fixed it, and that's how everything fits in there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's just the right amount.
And that's your spark?
That's my spark in the portable hub.
Oh, wow. And that's your charger.
Yeah, that's a charging hub that I bought, and it was cheaper. It came with 2 batteries, and I bought it from DJI. So I had the coupons that I could use. So that helped me get another 25% off or so. Put this camera back.
Michael, Mike Roach. Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it works out pretty good. It fits just the right amount of stuff. So it came with 2 batteries, $135 plus the 25% off because of the DJI coupon. So it's came out pretty good.
Hey, Phantom Fly 101. So as I'm saying, I hate not saying hi to people right away. So please, while I'm saying hi, don't let me interrupt you. I am interrupted, but you know what I mean.
Yep. Sorry,
because, hey, Phantom Flight. Drone Tread on Me is also in the house. Paid your excise tax. We are looking at probably, let me go see. Normally, I don't follow it this closely, but I'm kind of excited to see how you're doing. Okay, at 89.
Tread on Me paid my excise taxes.
Yeah. It's so funny. Okay. You know what I love about this community? Hey, Fly Natural. If you can go ahead again and put something in the chat, John. You want to know about the channel? The people in here have such flippin' great senses of humor that I'm reading, and I don't mean to laugh out loud while you're saying something serious, but every once in a while they'll come out like, what are they saying?
Hit
So,
that like button, everybody, please.
where were you raised, John?
I was raised in Springfield, Massachusetts, and most of my life was here in Westfield, Massachusetts.
So you've kind of stayed, but do you travel a lot then?
I do travel. Most of the time I travel out of the country. You know, I heard you mention Roatan the other day.
I love Roatan. Have you been there?
I'm going to buy a house there.
Oh,
I'm going to retire. When I retire, that's where Casey and I plan on going. It's
are
Roatan.
you serious? How long is it going to be before you retire? Is it going to be before I'm 80?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
won't look as good in the bathing
a
suit.
few more years. I'm going to shoot for 3 years, three to 5 years tops is when I want to retire.
Oh my God. Okay, really quick. Fly Natural. Hi. We also have someone else, Drone Obsessed with Jerry. Hey, this is John Denardo that I'm doing an interview with, and I just found out he's going to buy a house in my favorite island, which means he and I are now best friends. And Casey will probably invite me to go spend time with them on the island. Just saying. So you're going to be flying that island a lot too.
Well, that's what I'm hoping. Matter of fact, when I first got my Mavic, I brought it there with me, and it crashed. As soon as I took off, it crashed. And I couldn't believe it, but when I got back to the States, there was a UPS label and everything, or FedEx, I think it was, to ship it back. They had been trying to get in touch with me, and I didn't have my email that I had given them on my phone at the time. They had shipped me a product with a bad firmware, I guess, in it or something. And I shipped it back. They shipped me a new one. But I didn't get to save any video or anything that I took. I flew around for probably 15 minutes, and the thing just stopped flying. And of course, Casey was snorkeling in the water right off of, we were at Anthony's Key by the dolphin pen, if you know where that is. And she was swimming there. I was flying above her, getting some good video, and it just stopped and fell into the water.
Oh, geez.
That was the end of that. You should see what happens to one of those batteries when it hits salt water. It's pretty impressive.
That's why I'm still not flying over water. Because even though, I mean, I don't have anything as impressive as you guys, but I have my little breeze. I keep it here because I like petting it when it's lonely. And I go a little breeze. But I just am afraid to lose it, because for me, this is what I could afford, and I can't afford to get another one right now. So I'd be so sad if it died on me. Hey, Rodney Bale, Jeanette Pickering, Paul Murray. John, put your name back in the chat for me, guys. This is John Denardo I'm interviewing. He is a drone flyer. He's also going to be getting a house at some point in Roatan. So you know what? If you want an invite to Roatan, my suggestion would be subscribe, hit that bell so we can follow him when he gets out there. He'll turn around. All the drone people will be there.
Casey happened to mention where we were supposed to go this year. We're going to go to Panama because she says the healthcare system is better there, but we're still looking at Roatan. So
yeah, I like Roatan because you can go right onto the beach. I was at this beach. This guy was in his little canoe feeding the fish. The fish were surrounding me. They were beautiful. It was fun. I was laughing like crazy. I mean, it was a beautiful experience. I mean, I would live there just to do that every day. Hey, Chris Soap, how you doing? So I want to tell you, Jeanette Pickering was one of the live streams, her and Kim Fry. that when I first started out, she helped me to build my channel one day when I was talking to her. She is so cool, guys. Jeanette is in the house.
Hi,
So,
Jeanette.
yeah, is Jagger Scott going? Because he always has to go to bed because it's so late. I know, guys. But I appreciate you being here. So you said something about you've been to Haiti, right?
Yes, with my doctor, we do medical missions.
So what does that mean? You do medical missions?
So he goes out there with a team, and when we're out there, we go to places that other teams, medical teams, don't go to. We go to Lakai, it's called, and then we go up on top of a mountain called Platone, and up. It's about a 6-mile hike up the mountain. And when you get to the top of it, of course, there's no power, there's no water, there's nothing like that. But there's 2 brick buildings or cinder block buildings with tin roofs up there, which they just had to reconstruct last year because another hurricane went through and destroyed it. And they're churches / schools. So they set up there, and people come from miles and miles around from all the little communities that's in there to get seen by these doctors. And the first year we went up was the first time they ever brought a dentist with them. And I just basically do the blood pressures and temperatures and get their paperwork in order, because you have to have paperwork, and keep everybody in line, believe it or not. What you're seeing me right now, I actually lost since the end of October 17 till now, over 150 pounds.
Oh my God.
So that's all leading up to my retirement. I want to make sure I stay in good shape. I was getting a little portly there.
Yeah,
so I went from a 48-inch waist down to a 36-inch waist. I want to get to a 34, and then I'll be good.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And so I'm going to go to that, but I'm going to go back to yours. So how did you get involved in going? Because from what I understand, Haiti can be a pretty dangerous place. And because they've been struggling for so very long, it's made it somewhat dangerous. So how do you stay safe?
That's what I do, security and stuff. So I've been to a lot of different countries and things. I'm not going to say I was in the military, because I was not in the military, but I have a lot of military friends that we would do odd jobs with. That's all I'll say. But so as far as keeping everybody in line, it's pretty easy. And as far as trying to see if somebody's going to do harm to your group or anything, I've just been around situations where I can tell, people, you read people's expressions and movements, and not that I can speak Haitian, which is a French Creole, but I can understand a lot of the stuff they're saying, and you can tell when they're getting a little rambunctious, we'll say. But all in all, the people that are coming to this medical facility that we set up, like a triage type of a thing, it's just amazing what people come there with. It's just very surprising. I have pictures of all of this stuff, but I've yet to put it up online.
So are you going to fly that area?
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Now, how I got to do it was what your question was I had switched doctors. And when I switched doctors, I met this doctor. It's Dr. Bigda, Mark Bigda. And he and his wife run Mustard Seed Missions, it's called. Now, Mustard Seed Missions, there's a lot of them. And a lot of them are more set on trying to push a religion and everything. His is known for strictly medical stuff, and that's all he does. He doesn't push any kind of religion on these people or anything. Anyone is allowed to come to these medical missions, to any of these little triage hospitals that they set up. So his whole family is really into it. his son's a paramedic, his
Wow.
wife's a nurse, you know, he's a doctor. And then we just had a good fit. And I had told him, I said, well, if you ever need any help, I will go with you. And he said, yeah, all my patients say that. And I said, no, I'm serious. I will go. And him and I had some mutual friends. And then he checked into what I do. And I'm really an auto mechanic, believe it or not. That's what I really do is auto mechanic. And I have a small used car lot. But there was other things I did in my childhood growing up that were suited well to what he needed. And then the bonus was my girlfriend, who he didn't really know who she was until I said her last name and realized that anybody that he sees with any kind of anything on their body, no matter where it is, he's been sending to her for the last year and a half. So,
oh, wow.
It kind of worked out. So she goes with us, actually.
So she is,
Casey was in the Navy, and that's where she got her medical background started, was in the Navy. She was a corpsman.
Wow.
So, and then when she got out, she went to college, did the whole 9 yards. So she's been doing really well.
So hey, Abby Drone. So what is, okay, Lily, I'm sorry, my dog, my St. Bernard is like, you will pay attention to me. So what drew you to want to do this kind of work? Because you don't need anything over there. We know that when we just travel to islands. I've been in third world countries. You know, it's not as, it can be pretty unpleasant sometimes, what you see.
Oh, yeah. And I've seen some of the worst in Haiti. And I have pictures of it. It's just amazing. People don't understand. It's a life-changing event to do a medical mission like that. I thought I was pretty worldly from going to Somalia and things like that all over the globe, basically. But when I went to Haiti and actually helped these people, it was just amazing. And I still talk to this person, Amos, that's down there, almost amazing. And I had just asked how he was doing because they had a mission that was supposed to start on the 8th, I believe it was, of this month. But it got canceled because there's so much civil unrest down there. There's people getting shot in the streets and they're fighting. You don't really hear it on the news, just little blurbs. But some really, really bad stuff going on there. So the State Department actually contacted the Mustard Seed Missions and said, we are not going to allow you in the country. They didn't even, at first, they had sent a letter that said they highly recommend they don't go. And then they said, we're not going to allow any American citizens in Haiti. So that's what's going on right now. We have a pretty bad situation over there.
I'll say really quickly, someone's leaving the stream and now my brain is stuck on they're not letting any of the Americans in. So Gremlin, you left. Hey, Gremlin, you have a good day. Anytime you can spend with us is great. Hey, Tamara Hanson, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. So how does it feel when you're getting ready to go over and those things get canceled?
Oh, that's depressing, actually, because the people really need the help. They do really need the help over there. When you were on Roatan, did you go into the community, not the community with everything, but out into the...
It's
did
very
you see how they were living in tents and things like that and selling stuff on the side of the road, oil, all sorts of crazy stuff. That's how it is in Haiti, right around Port-au-Prince. I have pictures from 2014, 15, and 16 outside of Port-au-Prince that are just scary. I mean, trash everywhere, buildings still crumbled, people living in a tent right there, trash burning, it's just phenomenal.
It's a different life than what we're afforded, right?
Totally.
What we have here. And the one thing that was hard for me, the first time I went on a cruise and I went to the islands, I could see nothing but that stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I
Yep.
was like, how do I come here, have fun on the beach, and I know this else is going on? It's kind of difficult. Now I do go back and I go to the beaches and stuff like that because the truth is they need the tourism.
Right.
That's the only way that's working for them. But I don't think we've really been going in and out of Hades. Of course, the Dominican Republic we are, but not Haiti. We're not going in there at all because of
Right.
what's happening.
Right. They don't even get along. You know, we don't go to the Dominican. You know, we thought about going over there, but it's just so hard now that we've been to Haiti to go to the Dominican where there's stuff thriving there, and you can drive, 50 miles over the border and find people dying in the streets. So,
Right. My ancestry, my French side of my ancestry was on that island until the revolt. And then they ended up in Louisiana and in New Orleans. Oh, I can't say it right, but they were over there. So so I just have a place in my heart for them. But I wish they weren't being so riddled with corruption and all the other things they've had to deal with, and hurricanes and
earthquakes and everything.
earthquakes, and it's been horrific. So now you're thinking of getting placed maybe on Roatan. So why Roatan? Why did you decide that might be a place for you?
Because of less hurricanes, there's not a lot of bad weather that comes through that part of the world.
Beautiful.
And it's beautiful there. Some of the best diving anywhere on the planet. And I think we could help the community out, with Casey's background and my background. We're still going to work when we would be out there. It's just, she would do something medical and I would do something. I don't know exactly what I would do, but I would do something.
Well, I applaud you for that because I know the islands really need the help. All the islands really need the help.
They really do. It's a little, like I said, it's a little tough to see stuff that's going on just footsteps away from a large, hotel chain, things like that are there. And just outside the gates, people are starving literally in the streets,
Right.
No electricity in a lot of the houses, no fresh water. That's a big thing. I'd like to help design something where the community could get fresh water. That's something big out there. And in Haiti, that's the other thing. In Haiti, all the water is contaminated. It's just amazing.
Oh yeah.
With heavy metals too. It's not like it's from a lot of the construction and the way they do things and the way they manage their wastewater and stuff like that. It's terrible.
Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to find the right link for the medical missions that I do.
So Steve Carpenter evidently lost someone recently in his family. So our hearts go out to him. That's just such a hard thing. So he'll be in our prayers for sure. For sure.
Sure.
So tell me about this river that I'm going to jump ahead a little bit, that you are, that has that nice beach that you've done a lot of drone flying over.
That is the Connecticut River. And it runs from New Hampshire, right? I think it even goes from Maine all the way down through right to the ocean, through Connecticut, and all the way down. It's just a beautiful river. There's two dams where I am. There's two dams. There's a dam below where I just was that is probably 10 miles down. And then there's another one about 22 miles up. A lot of shallows and everything, but there's a lot of sandy beaches like that all the way up on all the bends. And then there's an area called the Shallows where all those boats, you saw me flying over a bunch of boats anchored together. There was actually a concert on the beach they do every spring and fall.
Oh, wow.
I was able to film that. It's actually, there's an AMA field that's right in one of the cornfields because there happens to be a airport right there. But we're allowed to fly where the band sets up because it's in the ring of the AMA, and I belong to the AMA, so they let us fly there. The catch with that is it doesn't have its own tower. So the tower that I live next to, that airport, they use that tower for all the stuff. It's Barnes Airport.
Oh, wow.
And it's Northampton Airport is the one without the tower that's real close to where all that footage is taken.
So tell me what brought you into drone flying.
I've always had airplanes, little airplanes and gas airplanes, things like that I always flew. And then I had bought a Hubsan, I forget the part number, plane that actually had a camera in the nose, and the controller's about yay big with a screen in the middle, a little 3 or 4 inch screen in the middle. I can go grab the controller. It's upstairs, but the plane's out in one of my sheds hanging. I have all the planes hanging inside of a shed out back of my house. And I got into that, and it was really early. That was probably 2012 or 11 they came out with that. It was kind of expensive. I bought it. It's just a styrofoam plane with self-leveling on it. I flew around and I got some aerial footage with that. And it was just amazing. So that's what started me looking into the drones, and I started to get some of them without any GPS or leveling system. And, you know, I've always been into ham radio. So I build all my own ham radio stuff, converters to take 2 meters and change it to 903 or 1296. You know, I do a lot of stuff on the higher bands up to actually light. So my lowest band I usually operate is 6 meters. So with that background and everything, I started playing with these planes and buying, you know, motors and parts, and things weren't that available back a few years back. So it wasn't as sophisticated. And let me tell you, when you fly a drone that you put together without any type of stabilization on it, as soon as you made a wrong move or let go of the sticks, that thing crashed. So I started looking into everything, and the first stabilized drone I bought was, besides these little mini ones, I have those all over the place, was the Parrot Bebop. I broke down and bought that. It was before DJI was getting so huge and everything. I think they had the Phantom series out, just the beginning Phantom series. And it was a little bit ridiculously expensive what I did on that Parrot, the yellow one. But I bought it. They used to fly for about 9 minutes.
So the Bebop, do you have a really big controller that looks like a hot dog thing that you walk around a ballpark with?
I have the original for the Bebop, and it's in yellow. And yes, I have that. And then they came out with a black one for this style drone. And now the second one of these I bought came with a small one in the FPV gear where you can slide your phone into it. So that was my first part of FPV, was that. So yes, I have those big controllers and in one of the videos I'm flying with that. You can see it as I fly over, but I don't point myself out because I was huge, extremely large. Yeah, tight-fitting 3X. So
yeah, well, yeah, I don't point myself out at all, but I'm on here, so what can I do? So Northern Idaho, Ray, I'm going to say hi to a few people. Welcome to the chat. Of course, Jim Crennan still in. Rodney Bell, hey. Centroid, Northern Ohio Railroad Action. Welcome, Mike Kelly, another railroader. Hey, how you doing? Rodney Bell, Drone Effects with Claude, sending the message out that these are some really good videos he has up, guys. So you want to make sure you check out John Denardo's channel. Make sure you do that for him. Let's see, Rick Halber. Oh, there's so many people in. DNA, of course, is here. Welcome, DNA. There's a lot of other people. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not saying hi to Teeny Weeny. Paul Murray. Be the change, how you doing? Oh, his sock puppet is everywhere. Darn you, sock puppet. Hey, how you doing, Kim? Hey, for policy. This is what we have going on here. Okay, I don't know what he has on there, but I'm not going to click it. James Ward, welcome, welcome. So, guys, don't forget, you want to make sure you check out. Oh my God, Mars Turkey Drones. How you doing, my dear? Turkey. I gave Turkey that name, if he remembers. So anyway, okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the interview. So talk to me about the weight. What did you do? I don't care how much time it took. That was a lot of teeny weeny is not Paul. Are you serious? Okay, hold on. Are you serious? So I've been saying hi to someone who we don't know who it is. Teeny weeny is not Paul. Yes, it is. Look at the video. Look at the video. It has Roger and it has the sock puppet. How could it not be Paul? Roger, unmute your thing. Excuse me while I do some house cleaning. Roger.
No, it's not Paul.
How could it not be Paul?
It's not Paul. I know it.
And it's Starcop.
Well, that's what I thought too. It could be Starcop or Manic Magic, one of the two.
Okay. Okay. As long as it's not
I'm just saying, but I know it's not Paul.
Okay. Okay. Because it was like, what the heck? Okay, John, that's our community sometimes. Don't be fooled. I won't sub teeny weeny. Just that principle. Yes, I'm not subbing someone called teeny weeny either. So, John, talk to me about the weight because 100 was 150 pounds.
Yeah, it's a little over that. I'm still not allowed to know my exact weight. That's part of the thing. I actually got hypnotized by a woman, Julie Kaib, from the Key Hypnotist. She doesn't advertise or anything, but if you go online and type in the Key Hypnotist in Massachusetts, she comes up and you can go to her site, and it's a pretty decent site. Tells you everything and what I eat and stuff like that. So she hypnotizes you without you knowing you're being hypnotized. And you wind up eating basically meat, fish, chicken, and you can have seafood too, as in scallops and lobster. You can have real butter. Everything has to be real. You just can't have any starches or carbohydrates, stuff like that, or no fruit. There's no fruit allowed either. It's kind of like an Atkins diet, but it's not the Atkins diet. You're allowed to have, you can move in some cheese every now and then and things like that. I decided not to because I'm a cheese lover.
Right, me too.
Since I'm getting a lot of the weight came off, I am starting to introduce cheeses again. Instead of getting with a salad with chicken salad on it, instead of getting balsamic vinaigrette, I'll get it with blue cheese now. So on the side, and I just add a little bit. So that's been working out, and it has worked for me, but it's really a mindset. I really needed and wanted to lose the weight. I wound up getting arthritis in my knees and things, and I can't really kneel well, but I'm starting to be able to do it, actually get on my knees again, you know. So in my job, it's kind of tough when you can't get down on the ground to set a car up on a lift, things like that. So
right. It sounds very much like keto, like what I'm doing. No fruit, you
Right.
know.
No food. I usually drink black
Right.
coffee or water. When we go out to a restaurant, I never have a hard time finding something to eat because I can get a burger with bacon on it, and I can have a little bit of ketchup and mustard and the lettuce and tomato, and you just leave off the bun and the cheese, and there
Right.
you go. You get a side salad instead of
The French
French
fries.
fries or onion rings. Yep.
I like the wedge salad. That's what I get with my bunless hamburger, because I like that. So
What
yeah,
type of salad?
huh? Wedge. So it's
Wedge?
like I
Oh yeah.
just cut it in wedge.
Yeah, they just. Yep, that I like baby spinach leaves, so I usually get some type of spinach salad. And
So has being hypnotized kind of helped you get through all of it and be able to stay with it?
oh yeah, yep. The only thing I've ever craved is Reese's peanut butter cups,
Ooh.
and I was going to go off my diet right after Christmas, which is my birthday, is the day after Christmas. So I was going to go off my diet. So they actually bought me a 1 pound. It's 2 half-pound Reese's peanut butter cups, and it's sitting upstairs on in my kitchen on the island up there. And I look at it every day, but I have yet to open it up because I still want to lose a little more weight. So that's kind of like my, if I all of a sudden come home stressed and eat that, I know I better go back for a refresher course. But I haven't had to go back for a refresher, so that's good.
So really quick, TechCore, hello, how you doing? We have legwork in the house also, along with all our other friends. This is John Denardo. He's got a really nice station. Channel. He's been doing some really great flying practice at Katz's work. Ooh, okay, thank you. I'll be looking at that. So guys, make sure you check his channel out. And so he's a pretty complex guy. He has a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I just started back on keto about 2 weeks ago, and it's the same thing. But I'm gonna make some fat bombs, which are sugar-free chocolate with sugar-free peanut butter and stuff like that. Because yeah, I like peanut butter cups too. It's really hard not to do that. I'm good, thanks. Oh, everything is good I think with most of us. Right, Roger? Except for that teeny weeny, Roger whacked him good. I'm sorry, Roger. I had no idea. I just assumed it was Paul.
No, it wasn't him. No.
Sorry, Paul. I thought it was you. It wasn't you.
Yeah.
So do you notice any difference now besides just at work with your size? I mean,
Oh my God, yeah. Just sitting back in this chair, that was one of the reasons I haven't been down in this room. This is where I used to do everything, video games, the whole 9 yards. And this used to be set up real fancy. I still have some of my radios are here still.
oh yeah, yeah.
But all of them, all the stuff used to come through the window there. And then there was piping in the ground that we put in and stuff. But like I said, someone hit the tower without telling me and bent the tower, so I had to take it down. So I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. So I haven't undone the radios. But yeah, I couldn't fit in this chair with the arms. There's arms on this chair. Even though the cats like to do it, I wouldn't fit in this chair, so it was depressing for me. That's how wide I was. So yeah, every part of my life has changed since I've got down. I'm almost as small as I was in high school and in my 20s.
Oh wow.
So if I get into a 34, I'm into a 36. That's what I have on now, from a 48. If I get into the 34s in high school and until I was about 33, 32, I was a 32. So if I don't think I'll ever get to a 32, but if I can squeeze into a 34, I'd be extremely happy. I am right now in a 36. It's so easy to find clothes and everything fits.
Right.
Even this shirt, is too big now. And I have during work, I wear three. Right now it's cold, but I'll put 2 T-shirts on underneath my work shirt. There was a point where my 3X shirts, I couldn't button them, and now they're so big I have to wear something underneath them. But I haven't changed the uniform yet because it's just in the back of my head. If I don't want to change, the next thing you know, I'm going to gain all this weight back. But I think it's been long enough where I'm not going to gain the weight back.
I think that's one of those things in the back of our minds that we always think, what happens if it comes back? You know, but I think you're good to go. I get time to go get yourself something to fit you, or a uniform.
Yeah.
Either that, or we're gonna have to start stuffing your uniform with straw. You look like the scarecrow.
I might have a picture on my phone holding last year holding up one of my suits that I usually wear if I'm going to go out someplace, or got one of the girlfriends got one of those fancy doctor things. So they usually drag me along, and if I can find it, I will at least show you what I did.
Yeah.
Like.
So TechCore is saying congratulations. So is Turkey.
Yeah, I saw it. I gave him a thanks shout back.
Oh yeah, he goes, get a new uniform. It will be a good thing. That's right, TechCore. I'm right with you. Just get it. Just break down and get it.
Yeah, that's all I got to do is tell him, hey, time to change my uniforms. I know I'm looking down right now. I'm trying to.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Search through. I don't know if am I still up all the time, because my YouTube channel froze in the background. So I am on. Yeah, I can see the chat.
Let me go take a chat, kind of a look at our YouTube and that stupid teeny weeny guy. Yeah, you're still moving right along. So you're looking good, so no problem. And oh my gosh, people, teeny weeny. Oh my God, that's kind of funny, but not. You know, guys, don't be weird. Okay, so John, I just want you to know that you are up to 90 subscribers. So that's great.
That's awesome.
So yeah, get in.
Really appreciate it, guys. That's great.
So yeah.
I don't know if I'll ever make it to that 10,000 mark, but
you know what? Why not?
Great. Yeah.
Guys, we can do that tonight. Yeah.
Wouldn't that be great for all of us?
Let's do that. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people want to. I know that a lot of us struggle with weight, and a lot of us would like to think that we could take off that amount of weight, but that amount of weight, it comes with so much good stuff. Have you noticed anything negative from taking it all off? Except for having to buy new clothes.
Yeah, this. I don't like this. See that?
No. No, not
I have that on my arms too. My arms used to be extremely large, but now it's actually tightening it up because I'm just starting to work out now.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things when I was bigger. If I worked out, I just bulked up, and I didn't lose any weight and I didn't lose any size. So this time I had talked to some people and they said, lose the weight you want first and then firm everything up. So that's what I'm starting to do now.
You know what? I did that when I was in California. I was a size 30 in jeans. But that was 5'7". That was about as thin as I ever wanted to be. But when I started lifting weights, I started even going down from there. I've had YouTube since 2012. I'm only to 320. Okay, are you saying 320 pounds, though, boy? Because you lost some weight.
You must be talking about 320 subscribers.
Hold on, let me look. Yes, he is. You're at 322, Doughboy. No worries.
Here's a picture of them taking down the tower in the backyard. I don't know if you'll be able to see that or not.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the cranes out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I had a bunch of trees taken down first, though. We had a bunch of 100-foot pine trees around, and these guys came in and took trees down. And then I said, hey, instead of me climbing that tower and taking it down, they said, we'll do it. And I said, okay.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was much easier. Yeah, there's one of the tunnels on the ground and the cables that had come out of
Oh,
the ground
wow.
up there. I was on, if you know anything about ham radio, the frequencies I was on 6 meters through 10 gigahertz from this location.
Rick Halbert is saying good evening to you, John Denardo.
Let me switch screens here and say hi back. Although I can just say, how you doing?
You know what? Now when I'm on the live stream and I'm only in the chat, I start waving to people. I'm used to being on live. I'm like, oh, hi. And then I'm like, oh, no, I can't type that in.
Yep.
Everyone.
Oh, there's a picture of me after I lost some of the weight. I'll show this picture. What the heck?
Okay, let's see.
This is after a little bit of the weight loss.
Oh my gosh.
For my pants, for my suit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, and that was a suit I had just bought a few months previous before I got on the diet. But yeah,
Wow.
that really hampered me too, because over the last, say from 2015 to 16 is when I gained most of the weight. I had gotten sick. They had given me a steroid, and then I just couldn't lose the weight. I had breathed in, when I first bought the building I'm in, I had breathed in some mold that had got mixed with like a mouse droppings.
Oh, yeah, like the Hunter virus.
I don't know if I'm saying it right, Stachy virus. And that's what made me switch doctors, because these doctors were just trying to give me all sorts of crazy stuff. And they gave me Levaquin.
Okay.
When they gave me the Levaquin, they had wrote out the prescription, and it was 3 times, almost 4 times as much as you were supposed to take. And even my pharmacist questioned the doctor on it at the time, who's no longer a doctor, by the way. And he said, no, that's the right one. And I started taking that, and I just got so sick, and I wound up in the hospital. And I had dropped a ton of weight, and they put me on steroids, and then I started to gain back, and then I gained back the weight. And throughout the years, right up until like 2014, 15, the end of 15, I had got sick again, and they did the same thing, gave me some steroids to fight off this infection I had, or after the infection. And I just blew up like a balloon. And so that's what made me go lose all this weight, because I had never, it was really in the end of 2017. And I waited a year to get onto this diet program. That's how long the wait was. She's very, very good at what she does.
I guess so. I guess so. And that you can't really set all that weight gain at your door, because they did things through medicine to help you where you went.
But then I was stress eating. You know, I would not eat all day and then come home at night and eat a pint or 2 of Ben and Jerry's, whatever the flavor was. I used to like Tonight Bell was my favorite one. Oh my God. And then of course I'd say, oh, well, why don't I order a pizza, you know? And
right.
So, you know, things like that. Here's a shot of the tower when I found out it was bent. And you can see the bend in there. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Oh my gosh.
And I used to have a camera up on top of that too, and that I could see into the airport. It was pretty good.
So what was the one thing that made you think it's time to stop?
Stop eating?
Yeah.
My weight. I was seriously having a hard time finding 48s that fit me. And that was just devastating to me, being that heavy. And, you know, I couldn't walk across the parking lot. And as far as going on another mission, I would have never been able to go on another mission for sure if I stayed the weight if I kept getting putting on the weight as I was. So I haven't been on one since 2016. 2017 got canceled because of the hurricane it went through, and they went late 17. Went up to that mountain plateau that I was telling you about, and that all them buildings up there were destroyed.
Oh.
The roofs were ripped off, and there's a picture I can show of me in my 20s.
Oh, there you are.
Doesn't even, let me see if I can get it so it'll focus in a little bit better. Looks like it's just a little too bright.
There you go. I see it.
Yep.
So Kim is saying, I see a horizontal 3-element beam. And then he's saying, I see a 10-meter Hammond police scanner.
There was no 10-meter. There was a 6-meter, 5-element 6-meter beam up there on the bottom. Then there was two 222s, or 220, because I do a lot of sideband work on one side, and then two 432 beams on the other. The 432 was, what were those? I think 27-element beams stacked, and the 220 was a 21-element beam stacked. The 6-meter was 5 elements or 4 elements with a reflector that we designed. A friend of mine, his call is N1DPM. That's what he does for a living, is design TV transmitters and the antennas. So we were using his software to design antennas in the late 90s, 2000s, stuff like that, because that tower had been up for about 20 years. So it was time to take it down anyways. And then I had 903, 1296, 2457, 3456, and then we had 10 gigs up there also with a little dish. So that was, and then a vertical FM for the FM vertical that I had on top of the tower. That did 2 meters, 222 FM, and 432. So I was on a lot of the bands. I got a bunch of awards for high power. I did everything high power. I ran a kilowatt on everything up to 1296, which was a little dangerous at 1296. Actually, everything below that, 903 was about 900 watts at the antenna, because everything was switched in boxes on the tower. Then I had the legal limit on 6 through 432, and there.
So were you still using it up to the time it was bent?
I was. Yep.
Wow.
I was using it right up until the time it was bent, which was crazy. But here I am in the beginning of 2017 with Casey and her sister and her boyfriend.
Okay.
So you can see I'm kind of large there. I got a 48-inch waist there, but I carried it well. Everyone said I always didn't look that heavy, but I was. So there's other pictures. I should bring up some of the iCloud pictures. You can see some of the pictures in Haiti. Let me see if I have them on my phone. But oh yeah, there we are.
Kim loves talking about those towers and the hammer used.
So this is me, 2016. That's the doctor next to me. And
wow.
There's another doctor that's in the car that actually was taking the picture. That was on one of the roads as we're going to go up across a river to go to what's called Platoon. Here's some of the people that's how we got a lot of the medical supplies up, was on the side of donkeys and things that we didn't carry in our backpacks.
Oh, wow.
And there's let's see, here's Casey walking with
Hey, Woman Army. Let me see.
That's on the road going up to Platone. We're up quite high there. I have some shots. That's Casey in the blue with the yellow. And that's another nurse. That happens to be the sister of the doctor's wife. So it's his sister-in-law.
So you're going up this, and I take it you can't take a car?
We actually did get a ride from the government, and you'll see that in some of these pictures. Here's just a quick shot of some of the patients that we were seeing in one of the other areas we went. This is not on top of Platone.
Oh, wow.
This is in one of the other churches that's down in the outskirts. But there's no power in there. And if there is power, it's very limited.
Right.
These are all off. We don't want to show that. We don't want to show that. This is a girl that came in for some treatment, but there's really nothing you can do for her. You can see she has a big growth in her head, actually, which is pressing on her eye, making it like a lazy eye and stuff. But there wasn't anything we could do for that patient.
Poor baby.
Yeah, and there's tons of that. This is all of us. Now, see, this is right outside of oh, Jesus. This is right outside of the airport, and we had missed the connecting flight, a little puddle jumper that you have to get into to get out to Lakai. So right outside, I'll show you this photo first, and then I'm sure this one's going to have the stuff of us driving around to get to this place. This is right outside the airport. You wouldn't know it was there. They're serving us dinner one of the nights, and that's the whole group. And this guy is a millionaire, and he lives right there. He's got like 4 houses that now he rents. His kids are in the United States going to school. And he owned a lot of the grocery stores out there. And in 2010, when everything got destroyed by the earthquake, his house was his house or compound that everybody lived in is okay. So now what he does is he just, for any of these medical missions and stuff like that, he brings you into his home, feeds you meals, and gets you set to go off. This is right outside of the airport. This is what it looks like.
Oh my God.
That is right outside of, we had just gone onto the street, and I pulled my camera out and said, I got to take pictures. And this is October of 2015 is when that picture was taken.
And that's before some of these other hurricanes hit them.
Right. This is before that. And there's parts that are beautiful out there and parts that are just crazy. It's just amazing. This is a shot of from our little puddle jumper that we jumped onto, a little Cessna.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually, it looks like it's commercial stuff down there. That's actually right next to the ocean, and that's where people are living. Those are all little houses together.
Right.
Made out of boxes, storage boxes, things like that.
So, you wonder at these people's just their will to keep on going. What a hard life.
They don't know any other kind of life. So, except for the people that come over to the United States,
yeah, they
don't know anything that's really happening. They're just so far out. But now they're actually, here's a picture. That's actually on top of the mountain, and that was in 2015. Try to get it to focus. With the rooftops and everything on it still. And I might have some pictures on here with
before the buildings went.
Yeah. Without it. But there's also a landmark tree out here that got destroyed. if you notice, there's not a lot of big trees anywhere. We're on top of a mountain. I think we're at 5,000 feet, 4,000 feet elevation. I'll show you a shot from the edge of the hill behind those huts. And but that tree, everyone used to gather underneath that tree, and that tree's gone now since 2016 or 17 when the last bad storms went through there.
What incredible work you do, John. When's the next time they're going over it? Do you know?
It's not really me. It's these doctors, you know. These doctors are just amazing.
I know the size of bugs they have there, because I never knew cockroaches flew until I was in Iran. I didn't know they even flew. But oh geez.
There's Casey operating on a guy. He had a growth in his head, and she's taking it off.
Oh wow.
And I actually assisted her, but she had called me over, and I took a quick snapshot, and then I went over there and assisted her. So this is a shot. I have better shots, but this, if it focuses, this is close to the edge of the mountain that we're on.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to practice with this thing so I can get it so it focuses better. But we were extremely high up in the mountains. And I have pictures somewhere, which at work I have them all stored on the server. I just haven't done anything with them yet. But I can show you shots looking right over the side of the mountain as we're walking up the trail that the truck brought us up from the state. And if you were to fall off the edge, it's thousands of feet down. It's just right off the edge of the mountain that this little road goes up. But the first year we were there was no cell towers or anything.
Well,
I should say the first year. The second year we went out there, everybody had a cell phone. They could trade. A Taiwanese company came out there, Digicel, and set up towers, even one up on top of that mountain where we just were, which I was showing you. There's even a cell site up there, and they give them out to everyone, and the way they buy minutes is trading goods. You know, they don't necessarily have to pay for it. They just trade goods for it, which is amazing. I just have hundreds of photos of people bringing their kids in for work, you know, to get work done and stuff and checked out. Everybody's temperature out there is like 100, 101 degrees. That's normal. It's
wow.
Yeah, it's just amazing though.
And why is it 101? Is it because it's so hot out there?
It is, right. That's what they say. Their bodies are just adjusted to the warmer climate. This was the whole team the next year in, this is the second year when we were out there. The guy in the red shirt is Amos. I talk to him regularly on a WhatsApp app when his internet's working.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a great feeling helping them. And I was blessed that my doctor, you know, actually had me go and things like that. So,
well, and
if I can do it again, if we go out there again, this one had just got canceled, so there is another one coming up, and they're actually having a fundraiser chili cook-off at the Harley Davidson dealer in a town called Southampton or East Hampton, Southampton, that the dealer's in. And I'll fly my drone around there. I did it live on the Facebook last year or the year before. So that's something. And they constantly doing, now they're starting to do raffles and things to generate money. It's all done through Facebook. It's just, you have to find the right mustard seed mission. And I don't know how to link a Facebook to YouTube, or else I would have done that.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But it's called Mustard Seed Missions, and then you put in Southampton, Mass. after the Mustard Seed Missions, and it should come up with the right one.
So this is what I would say. This would be my suggestion, and you don't have to do it. But the next video, if you show some pictures and talk about it, and then put mustard seed and
Oh
then,
yeah, I'll be more prepared. I didn't think we were going to talk that much on the medical side of it.
kidding me? The minute I knew that, we were going to discuss that, because I find it so interesting to find people that will give of their time. And even if you're not a doctor, you're going over there providing security, you're getting the paper.
Yeah, I don't have any medical background whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't either. I do my diagnosis.
My better half does, and she has a lot of it. Actually, the way I met her was when I was heavy like that, and those doctors were giving me all different pills and things, and they had given me sleeping pills, and I had sleep apnea. And you know what that is?
Yes.
I don't have sleep apnea anymore, but I was one of the worst cases she had ever saw. At the time, she was in 2000 and I want to say 7, right after I got real sick. I went to see her when I changed doctors to this Dr. Bigda that does the medical missions, sent me to see my girlfriend now. And I actually scared the technician that did the sleep study because I had stopped for over 80 seconds breathing. And I didn't even realize it. So that's what was really starting to go on with me was I had sleep apnea. I started not to be able to breathe. And I would have these horrible dreams, and I'd wake up, my entire body was just sweat. It was just crazy. So these guys, the reason I left them, they were going to give me sleeping pills. The new doctor said if I had taken even one of those sleeping pills, we wouldn't be having that conversation.
Oh my gosh.
But I knew there was something wrong because I'd be talking like I am now, and then all of a sudden someone would be hitting me saying, "Are you all right?" Because I'd just fall asleep right in front of them without even realizing that I would fall asleep. That's how bad it was getting. And I was so sleep deprived, I didn't know it.
So your girlfriend looked at you and she said, "Oh, this is the man I want."
I guess so, because she called me. So, like I said, I used to hold the weight really well. If you see some of my pictures, you wouldn't believe I'm 365, 370 pounds. But I don't know exactly what I am now. But she says I'm finally less than. So if you doubled her weight, that's what I was. But now you can't even come close to doing that on her weight. I forget exactly how she said it, but so that's the other thing. Once I'm able to step on a scale without someone else reading it, I'll be able to know what I weigh. But my guess is right now I'm probably around 225 pounds, I'm guessing.
Mike Roach is saying that he has a CPAP machine he's on.
Oh yeah, I have a CPAP.
He goes, I
have 2 of them actually, one here and one at her house. We live together, but we live in 2 houses together. When the kids are around, we live at her house. When they're not, we live at my house.
Oh, there you go. There you go. So she met you. You were on a CPAP. She's really bad.
She's the one that actually diagnosed me and everything. That's what she was doing at that point in time in her career. She met me, started dating me, and changed jobs basically.
Oh my gosh!
Started working. She always did the stuff at the hospital at Cooley Dickinson as the administrator supervisor. But then she got hooked up with Dr. Holly Michelson, who's the chief of surgery, and then she started doing all the outpatient surgeries and stuff. That's what she does every day. Like I said, if you have some type of growth or anything anywhere on your body, and most of the time it's not some place that you want to think about, she'll cut it off, stitch you back up, get you situated, send it out for a pathology and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah. So Paul put up your mustard seed mission article.
Let me see. That's the one. Let's see. I'll click on that.
So I believe he has.
Oh, yeah, it is. Yep, that's it.
So thank you, Paul. He's
awesome, Paul. Good job.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you check that out because it's the work that's being done for these You know, and it's a lot of work for children. You know,
Oh
we
yeah,
don't
a
want
lot of
anyone
it for children.
to have a hard
Yep.
time. So,
Yep, that's the one.
and
Thanks,
God,
Paul. I'm not that savvy right now with all this stuff. I could take it apart, fix the motherboard, and put it all back together again. But as far as software goes,
let me tell you, we're all kind of struggling right now with all the software because the minute you learn one thing, they have something else. So it
I
can
have
be
noticed that.
hard.
But I have stacks of old software. I actually have a friend who I grew up with that used to play Dungeons and Dragons. Remember when I was telling you about the guy from IBM?
Yep.
Well, his sister married one of the people, not one of the amazing three from Microsoft, but one of the initial people from Microsoft. And we had this kid that we used to play, and I was the same age as him. He's actually about a year older than I am. Ken Ranieris. He was so good with the old IBM 888s and Gold Tree and DOS and everything like that. He took the Atari game that Mr. Wilcox had, took the 8870 or whatever, I forget the actual model number of this computer that was probably this big, that thick, and about that wide, that had a huge, like 2 megabyte drive in it, which was huge back then because it was before everything computers. You didn't really have personal PCs at that time. So he took the Atari game, took the keyboard apart, soldered the joystick into the keys, which anyone could do now, but back then it was like groundbreaking stuff. Rewrote the Atari software to run on the IBM DOS system and was able to play that. Well, when that happened, Mr. Wilcox wrote a letter to his sister, who in turn gave it to the husband, and those main guys came out to Westfield and interviewed Ken Ranieris, and he worked for Microsoft from the day he was like 15 years old on. He helped design Windows 3.1, 95, 98. So I always had the latest and greatest software.
Nice.
Yeah. Even now, he works for Microsoft still, but not in that end of it. He's designing a super chip. It's like a quasi chip. It's just so fast, it's ridiculous. He sends me pictures of all the interesting stuff. So
if we finally get our computers to work as fast as some of our equipment, our internet, we'll be doing good.
Oh yeah. So I've always had
with that
PCs and things like that. I've always had them. I've always been able to dig into the hardware end of it. I'm just not that good in spelling, so that actually hurts me in the software. Early on, we helped. There was a game called Half-Life that we used to mess around with, and that I used to be able to program, and we turned it into a game called Oz. If anyone knows the old Half-Life and stuff. Now, if you have a program called Steam, it's on Steam. It's not a separate game, but it was a very interesting game. And Counter-Strike was something that had spun off of this Half-Life. And Counter-Strike's pretty big now, but we were into it, and we actually got to meet some of the design crew of that and everything, because we used to hold little LAN parties before it was, big, back in the 90s. And that's a lot of the stuff that's up on the shelf, and some of the 3Com stuff and everything that's up there is from the old LAN parties. We'd pitch in and buy these. Back then, they were like $1,200 for 100 megabyte, 20 port router, or actually just a switch. It's not even a router. And I used to set up everybody's computer and get them so they'd talk to each other on the LAN, and then we'd have these LAN games, and we'd go all over the states, believe it or not, all the way up into Maine. Our group, it was called the Dam Clan, so it was pretty good. And this guy, yeah, and Mr. Wilcox, the old IBMer, who's retired, he lives down in Florida now. but when he was still living up here in the 90s, he was Mortimer Snurd, and my call was Dark Star. And that's how we got the damn part. Dark Star and Mort, you know, the Dam clan, Dark Star and Mort. So.
Oh my gosh. Hadley, I want to say hi to you, and let me say hi to a few people. Let's see, guys, slow down a little bit on the links because I don't want to get YouTube taking us to places I don't want to go. Jewish Redneck Preppers, Shalom, how you doing? We have Mars Turkey in here, Rick Halber, Hadley's Famous FPV, the Furball is in here. Let's see, Rick Halber, Paul Murray, Drone Landscape, Drone Effects with Claude. We have Bill, Newfoundland Drone Productions, Drone Landscapes. Let's see, we did have Jim Crennan in, which was so exciting. Let's see. I know I'm missing Michael Roach is in here. I hate to miss anybody. I think Drone Shots was in here. So we have a lot of people in here. So do me a favor, guys, hit that like and then go check John Denardo's channel if you want to see a progression of just beautiful flights as he goes. So
I have a lot more too. I just, like I said, the editing part of it, I probably have close to 100 hours saved of flights.
wow.
And they're all on different machines too, because in the early days, I used to always put everything at my shop on the server because that's where I used to host all my games from. I always had a couple of T1 lines coming in, and then when Comcast came into our area, it was actually called Roadrunner. I got onto that bandwagon, and so all the high-speed stuff was always done at my work. But now you can get high-speed everywhere. We even have our own Westfield Fiber, it's called, which blows away the speeds from Comcast. I mean, it's just crazy fast. I don't have that here. I have one of the best that's called Blast from Comcast because, of course, if I switch to the fiber, they're just internet. So then, I mean, I could use my Magic Jack as the phone or just a cell phone, but then you have to subscribe to something to get TV channels. It winds up costing, you know, almost the same amount if I want to get the channels that I get now. When I had my tower and everything, I had like 4 satellite dishes spaced out all the way up my tower so I could get different satellites. And we used to bootleg some of the TV stuff, but that all went away when they changed the encoding. And then you'd have to keep a PC hitched up and run all sorts of crazy stuff. And it wasn't worth it at that point.
So there's a couple things I'll say. We're working on that last half hour of the interview, guys. I never tell people it's 2 hours because I'm afraid they'll get scared. I just hook them into this and make them go for 2 hours. So, but I want to talk to you specifically about your YouTube channel now, especially with your tower down, because we got to put that energy somewhere, right?
Oh yeah, I've got video of me flying up the side of the tower and everything before all the laws came into effect, and you can see the view that I had from up there.
Very nice.
And of course, you can see the entire runway. But the reason I was able to do a lot of the stuff I did from my house was back when I moved into this house in the very early 90s, a friend of mine actually works for the FAA, and he does, through my ham radio stuff, I met him, and he does all the towers in this area for the FAA.
Oh, wow.
And he does all the radar systems, and he happens to do the military bases plus the regular. And the airport that's right next to me is both. It's a small airport. It's actually a large airport. The runway is. They can land C-5As, the whole 9 yards they can land there. They just can't land them full. But so he takes care of that. And it's a Barnes Airport. If you look it up, you'll see it on. If you zoom into Westfield, it's on the north side of town, but you can't miss the runway because it's like a mile and something long. So it's a pretty large runway for a small town like we live in.
Hey, Roger, could you do me a favor and take over for 1 minute? I need just a really small break.
No problem.
Hey, Roger.
I have to, yeah, just really quick. I should not be drinking all this water.
Put your mic on mute. Okay, good.
I got this stuff too, Roger. Oh, you guys, it's going to be backwards, isn't it? But that's
No, it's okay. No, it was okay.
Oh yeah, my screen, it's all written backwards.
Pilot small unmanned aircraft systems. Yeah.
So I got this.
That's the test I think.
I got this in the mail. So I'm going to study for the test. And I also got a CD. So hopefully I'll get my license.
That's the one I think Harry was going for, right?
For what?
One?
Who's going for?
Hadley, famous Hadley. Hadley's famous FPV.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it'd be the Part 107.
Yeah. Love my drones. How you doing? Yeah, here in Canada, I just passed my test there, but it's not the. It's for the hobbyist ones there.
Right. We don't really have one for the hobbyists yet. We will, but
yeah. Check out the chats. What the guys are saying.
CNS freezer warehouse. Yeah, that's up the street. That's
Okay.
up the street from me, and then my shop is. I have a repair garage and a used car lot right up there, right across from the new Springfield Indian Motorcycle Building. If you're looking on Google, that one shows up. And my buildings are across the street from that.
Okay. Mike Roach, yeah, I shaved because I had to go to my two granddaughters, great granddaughter's baptism today, and so I shaved. Yeah.
It looks like there's people in the chat still.
Hadley says, which city? What city?
Westfield, Massachusetts. The zip code 01085. You type that in Google, it'll come up.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back. Thank you, Roger.
Hey.
Yeah, I have something, but I'll look at it in a minute. Well, later.
That didn't go in today, did it?
Huh?
You get that today, did you?
Just now.
On Sunday?
Alexa, let me show you what. Oh, God.
Yeah,
Sunday?
Amazon and the regular U.S. Postal Service are in cahoots, so they deliver on Sundays. They're always around here on Sundays.
Oh well.
I don't know if you can see, but she's turning colors and she's telling me something's been delivered. That's what. So I had to go find it.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you know. I'll be on mute.
So John, and also, hold on. I need to send something out really quick, which I can do to Paul, because I told Paul that, oh, you know what? But I can never find Paul. Yeah, there he is. I don't know if I still have it or not. Let me see. Yeah, I do. Okay, Paul, I'm sending you that link. It is now out of here. You're getting it through a totally different one, my view for you, but it's a different thing. So sorry about that. There we go.
I haven't been to Wisconsin in a long time. I've driven through it. Never in that park though. Not that field, I should say.
Absolutely, Centroid. We can absolutely chat.
I have one of them familiar looking faces, I'm told.
Yeah, of course we can. I want to know what you're going to do now with your channel.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I better start editing some film and throwing it on there. And I can throw on some of the stuff, taking down the tower, putting up towers. I have a lot of video that, like I said, is all stored on some external drives at my shop on the server that always said I'm going to play with, but it's finding that time. That's all.
So what do you want your channel to be?
Just a good place to have some good videos on it that people will come and hopefully enjoy what they see. That's what I want. Maybe if I get up to, I think it's 10,000 subscribers, and then you put in commercials or something. I'm not that big on commercials on YouTube, but you know, that would help, especially if I do wind up retiring and going out to Roatan. That would help. It might take that long to get that many. I think it is 10,000 subscribers before you make anything. 1,000? Because I was reading online and it says I'm ineligible until I get 10,000, I thought.
It's something else. The 10,000 is something else. I think it's for community something. But you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of views. And what I found is, Hadley, he flies camera drones. He might have something else. Is that right, John? Because I've watched all your videos.
Yeah, basically everything's done. It's not just with this. This is kind of what I started with. And now I have Sparks. I have a Mavic Pro. I have a Mavic Air that's really fun to fly. I don't like the way the Spark and the Mavic Air connect the Wi-Fi part. It's like going back to the Parrot where you get some delay and things like that. When I bought the Mavic Pro, which was my first DJI drone, actually, that one, there is no problem with lag or anything like that. I've been out, quite far with it, we'll say. I try to do everything legally, so I have spotters, especially when I'm on the river. But you can see a drone pretty far away, the size of a Mavic. When you're sitting in a valley, in a river, it's surprising how far away you can see that drone and what direction it is. But a lot of the stuff I've been doing now, I did some 4K things and everything, but I'm finding that for YouTube, 1080p is quite fine to make your video and put it up. At least that's what I'm finding.
I gotta say, I like 1080p. I know 4K, but 4K takes a lot more time. It's the only problem I'm having with 4K. This little guy does 4K. Yep. I gotta tell you, it was taking forever to download it, and I just thought, 1080p, the guys won't mind. They won't mind. They would, as long as, yeah. So, because what I'm wondering with yours is, okay, I'll tell you what I would like to see you do, and then you can say I'm not doing that. But I would love to see some stuff on in Hades if you go back up, flying over it, just showing.
Oh yeah, the doctor's excited about that.
Through your drone's eyes,
yeah.
And I would love to see if you go back to the islands what you're seeing also, because one thing I've noticed is when people get off those ships, they go straight to the beach or straight to the shopping,
or
but
straight to the
they're
bar.
not always seeing. And when they do, they don't really get what they're seeing.
No, when we went out there, we actually met with a realtor and everything, and he brought us around the entire island and showed us everything. You can't just buy a house out there either. You have to open up a corporation and get a corporation established, and then you can buy a house for yourself. And you got to trust the person you're there. They got to have a good background in this stuff and everything. So the people that we found out there seem to know what's going on, and a lot of the people that worked for like the resort that we were staying in, but we were very rarely at the resort. We didn't buy the scuba packages and stuff like that. We just did it all on our own. The next time we go out there, I don't know if we'll stay at a resort again or actually rent a house, because now that I know people out there or are acquainted with people out there, they told us all about the houses and things that you can rent, and it's a lot better that way. And you get the true feeling of the island and everything.
Well, I was watching something that said Roatan is starting to see crime like some of the other islands. But quite honestly, like I've been on all those islands, and the people have always been so super sweet to me. I mean, they've been so kind. And I just I haven't seen any of that. I'm sure it's there. It's everywhere.
Right, it's everywhere.
In Boise, we don't have a lot of stuff going on here.
Yeah. Now,
But just
I wouldn't go to Honduras itself.
no.
I've been
No.
to Haiti, but I wouldn't want to go to Honduras. The United States people aren't well liked there. That's just not a safe environment to bring.
Let me ask you, what if there was a mission there that they were going to go
I would go at that point.
see?
But
I
to
mean,
go there just to go there, I'm not going to do that. If there was a purpose to help someone, they might look at you in a better light. But if you're just there as a tourist, I wouldn't suggest it for anybody right now, especially with what's going on right now. Honduras is not. They don't like the United States like you would think. So
no, they don't. And a lot, even in when I've been in Mexico, there's some places they've always been kind to me, but there's some things that they're just not crazy about, and that is the way it goes. And and I will say that I've seen some tourists over there that are just incredibly rude. I wouldn't like them either. I don't like them. Some of them. Paul's just sitting there. Are you frozen, Paul?
No.
Hey, Paul. There's Paul.
how you doing, Paul?
I'm good. I'm always mesmerized by the gifted interviews of Val.
Yes.
No, if I don't get good, look at this. So interesting. Who would have known? In our group, we have someone who does medical missions. Whether you're a doctor or not, you're going to these places. A lot of people won't travel to now because all the travel warnings and telling us not to go, and things like that. Who knew that we have that? We have so. That's why I tell people when I interview people, we have so many really interesting people. Who would have known?
Yeah,
You never
know. You never know what the person sitting in front of you knows.
No,
I tell people that all the time.
know.
Don't look down at them. Don't do anything like that. You don't know what this person's been through, or where he's been or she's been. Any of that stuff. It's just amazing the people, what's going on in in the real world, and how people are actually, you would think they're one way, but they're actually something else. And usually it's good. Lately it's been good, but there are those bad people out there.
There's a few bad things. Yeah. A warning, Paul is low on fuel because insert brownie for normal service. You are so super bad, but thank you.
I watch him
Right,
eat some of that stuff. Oh my God. I used to do that constantly. Entire pizzas, trays of brownies, Ben and Jerry's ice cream, bags of peanut butter cups, Mounds bars, Almond Joys. Oh my God.
I can't do that because my doctor has just had it with me. No twerking, no maid outfit. That has still scarred me. I'm still scarred from seeing that video. So I would love to see some of your life and what you do, even within the small structure when you're home. Just kind of being around who you are, because that's the only thing I didn't get to see in your videos. In your videos, I saw how you started when you were doing your filming with your parrot, and then all the way up to where you're using those really nice drones, and your skills just they really got good, John. They really got good.
Yeah. And I like to fly in tight spaces too. And the other thing I'm going to start to get into, which Furball Kim here, he showed the other day.
Oh yes.
All his little whoops that he has. So I did research on that because I really want to get into that. I actually have this, which I showed the last time. This little blade.
Yes.
FPV. I've got a lot of hours on this thing. And actually, I took it out and I was able to salvage some of the batteries. I had 3 batteries that would charge. And out of like 30, it was amazing how many batteries I acquired, because some of the small little airplanes I used to fly at my shop took the same battery as this, a little 1S, 150 stuff. But
Okay, so Kim right now is jumping up and down in his room going, yes, yes, FPV.
I just don't know what radio to buy. There's a certain quad that I've been looking at that actually has a built-in DVR in HD that I found. One of the other guys online did a article, Al Shamano. I can't really say his name. It's hard to say. He goes all over the world, and that's all he does is these different things. But I was flying this around the other day, and I had a bad motor in it, so it wouldn't fly right. And I finally tracked it down to this one. And I actually had a spare set of motors. They're here somewhere. And I changed that one. And then I started flying this around with those 3 batteries.
Wow.
Right after. And then what happened was the little antenna broke off. And I was just going to make one. I think the frequency at 2.4 gigs, I think it's 31 point something millimeters. I don't know if you can see that in there. That little red wire that's in there is actually the antenna I'm going to solder back on.
So he's saying, I think it's about the radio transmitter, Free Sky, or a Spectrum. So I think it's the Tarantus you're thinking, right? This one?
No, I think the guy put it up at the Beta FPV 85. You know what? Let me just see which one it is, because I had put it in my favorites. But I have to do some tiny soldering on this, and luckily I actually have plenty of stuff to do that with. It's
Mark says Beta FPV 85X.
Yeah, it's something like that. I just looked it up the other day, and it looks like it would be interesting, to say the least, to get into that and fly something like that around. This one's fun and all, don't get me wrong. This quad is a lot of fun, but they don't really have a lot of parts per se for it like they do for the other quads. Even the blades, my local hobby shop used to carry all the stuff for this, and the local hobby shop isn't like the local hobby shop used to be. The internet's destroying it. So, but it's hard to find these little blades for the Blade Nano,
right?
Unless I'm just looking in the wrong spot, which I could be. Here's one of the packages I had bought from them. It was $1.99 for a complete set of them, and now where is it? It's the hobby.
$1.99.
Yeah, for 2 blades. Now they're like $10 online for you have to buy the left and the right. Here's some of the batteries. I just have bunches of these batteries, but they don't last long. I have a couple of them that actually still work. And when I went to the local hobby shop to see if they had any more blades and stuff, he had one of these batteries, and I felt bad, and I bought it from him. Even though you can buy like,
so I think some of our guys are dying right now because we're talking acro and FPV and probably maybe 3-inch to 5-inch, maybe quads, and they knew you're on stream with me talking about it.
I know, I feel bad saying
no. Kim's saying no.
This is when I go back on Roger's channel, I should be chatting about.
No, you can chat on this channel. They're just being mean. He said, EBR said, learn to fly FPV acro before buying a quadcopter with an expensive HD camera and a DVR in it. You will crash and damage a lot the first period. So yeah, the first leg of the journey, that may be true.
But I've been flying that little thing around for years with FPV. And this I fly FPV, which I have footage of this flying around my yard, FPV, real low to the ground, under bushes, through tunnels, things like that. So I need to move on to the next level of the little FPV stuff, and it's definitely, I want to be able to record it. So I'm going to buy one with a built-in DVR. Unless I build it myself and put a DVR in it, which I could do, but that takes a little bit more time. Oh, yeah, he says don't put a 4S LiPo on it. They're having problems. Oh, yeah, they say that. If that's the one that that I was looking at, which I think that is it.
Hey, John.
He learned with the 220 Wizard, the 5-inch.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Does that look familiar to you?
Let me bring you up here so I can see you. Oh, yeah, I have that up on the over there. I just had it out chasing the cats around with it.
It's if you can see it, it's still sealed. I've never opened it up.
Yeah, mine was a present, and I had to open it, of course. And every couple of months I dig it out, do a firmware or software update on it. Now the whole thing's a little different. And the cats love it. They knocked the little head off. The head comes off. They knocked that off.
You might want to explain to Val what the heck it is.
He is so to get me off of FPV. So Legwork said I can barely take off and fly in a straight line with the GPS drone. If I FPV, people are going to die.
Well, hopefully that wouldn't be my case.
No, that would be my case, though, Legwork. So I'm right there with you, honey. Okay, get beta FPV 65X or 65X or, oh, yeah, he has all his stuff. Better start.
Yeah. The biggest thing is figuring out which radio to buy as far as the controller. And I think it's going to be, is that a Tenera 7X? I think it is QX. Or
yes.
So that's the one. Yeah.
X7.
Yeah. I think that's the one.
You can play liftoff with this really well because I'm actually getting my little quads in the air now. Before they were just dying and rolling over. So it's good for practice with that.
Well, that one I see you can put modules in the back to run just about anything with that. So
yes, you can put modules in the back. There's all kinds of things. But for me, yeah, I don't. Hopefully, it just flies whatever I want. It does on liftoff, so it's good. What did Jim? Oh, Jim's in the house. Hey, 616 Jones, how you doing? We have John Denardo.
Yeah. Roger used to say it perfect when I first came on. Denardo. Yeah.
Denardo. And so, guys, make sure you go to his channel. John, have you put anything in the chat recently? Go check out his channel.
I want to see if I can find this thing here. I using the split screens, and then I always fall back onto the YouTube channel, but the video on my YouTube channel is frozen.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry to hear that.
I'll just type hi all for now in there.
Yeah, guys, make sure you go check out his channel. A lot of you probably already have him because he's been in the. But if you don't have him, go check him out.
Shirley Denardo.
That's what mine usually does. Yeah, but I like practicing with this. Kim's been telling me how to do it. I'm trying to see how much gray hair I can get him to have before I go visit. Yeah, Claude is saying to please, Drone Obsessed is saying, please put your name in the chat. This is your mother. Oh.
Yeah. I have to call her back after this is over. But
he's working on it, guys. He'll get it there.
Well, let's see. Landed on the channel. Very nice. Hadley's famous FPV. Used to have him around. He's had me Mars Twerky Drones had me for a while. That's good. I appreciate that. Like I said, I just haven't been doing a lot with the channel, but I should definitely start doing some more stuff with it.
John, just remember, Hadley is kind of the go-to guy. He'll set you straight. And any question you have, you can contact him anytime.
Nice.
Guys, that's a link to John Denardo's channel if you want to go check it out. And he'll put his name as soon as he gets that worked out in the chat.
This is the one. Just copy and paste.
Yeah. He's up to 90 subs. Guys, I was really hoping we'd break 100 for him tonight, but that doesn't always happen, as we know. Because I think a lot of people already had John. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of the same people I'm seeing that I've friended and they friended back, or I should say subscribe to their channel and they subscribe back to me, which is great. So let me put this link in here.
Yeah, there you go. So Claude said he flies PDQ, and I have no idea what that is.
So that's the little, it's a Makefire Armor 85 HD. That's the one I think I'm gonna spring for. And then let me stop that.
Hey,
And I'm
Plummet,
just gonna figure out which radio I want to get.
how you doing, Plummet? Plummet's also, he's an extremely good FPV flyer. Along with Hadley, yeah, Dan's autocorrect.
It looks like I'm up to 96.
All right.
Awesome.
You are.
That's
Okay,
what-
my silly thing is not telling me. I went and checked, and it wasn't showing me where you were. So darn it. Yes, you're up to 96.
Yeah.
So I hope you can. Oh, and you always have to get a couple extra for YouTube tax.
Oh, now I screwed up the channel. Let me go back to get you live again. There we go. So I can get the chat.
Hey, Ed. Ed, when did you sneak in? I didn't see you. Hey, Ed. Ed's gotten very daring in videos right now. He was doing some flying, and he was doing some super low flying and really fast. It was a nice video, Ed.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. Like I said earlier, I want to fly up. I have these. There's a lot of streams with waterfalls in them, and I think I'm going to try to fly up the stream and up the waterfalls without getting wet.
Oh gosh.
So that's what I'm going to do, I think, for some of the videos. And I might do that FPV. I do have the DJI goggles, but I don't find them. They're really clear and everything, and I bought a special set of glasses to use with them. So my biggest problem with those was I couldn't see the screen with these glasses on, because these are progression or bifocals. You know, there's three lenses in here. So that's why I don't have a lot of
box one, right?
videos. What was that?
So
Yeah,
you
big box. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have those. But I do have, there's a little set of Fat Sharks in with that FPV stuff there that I could use, you know, but no built-in DVR on that set. So that's why I want to buy a little whoop with the DVR built in, so I can fly that around. And I think I'll go with the radio that you have.
Oh, this one, this beautiful one, the
Yep.
one that says lift off. I'm like, I love it.
Then
And you notice these don't fly together, but they're the same kind of color. I'm kind of created here. But my whoop is blue. So I have a whoop, but it's blue with my Fat Sharks. So
Well, I could buy a cheap DVR. Kim said that. And I looked at some of those setups. But for the price of that all-in-one that I just posted up there, I might as well just go with that. And just got to figure out which radio I want to get. And I pretty much have it narrowed down to that one, but we'll see. Now I
nice.
just got to figure out what type of communications I need on it. They have XM, they have this, they have that, Fly Sky, and it's crazy. You can order it with all the different ones in it. So that's the stuff I'm starting to do research on now.
Yeah, I would get so confused by that. You know, I just rely on the guides in here to kind of give me direction, because I would not. Yeah, I could research it all day, but some of this stuff is a little hard for me.
Yep.
He said, John Denardo, I have the same one. Can't wait to use it.
Cool. He has that little drone. Yeah.
Yeah, the price guy's pretty. Yeah. Ooh. See, I just keep my stuff here and I just pet it. And I'm on live and oh, I love it.
Yep.
Anyway, I really appreciate you coming on, John, and talking with us tonight. And I hope we're sitting right now. I think, are we still at 96 for John?
Well, let me see.
I can't tell. I thought you were at some other number, and then all of a sudden you were at 96. That was kind of cool.
Well, I think I was only at 82 when I came in here.
You were. You were.
Awesome.
It just depends on where you go, like on which streams. But when you can pick up some really great drone flyers, it is perfect. And if you have Plummet in here, excellent FPVer. Love my drones, very good. Hadley's very good at it. There's so many of the guides that are in here tonight that are really, really great flyers. So, yeah,
I've been seeing that online. Oh, go ahead, Roger.
Don't forget to send a link to Centroid, Val.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry.
I just read that too. Yeah.
I did forget. But Centroid, I don't know.
You don't have his email?
So what I'm gonna do is, Roger, I did send you an email. Would you send the link to Centroid?
Yeah.
Thank you. I probably do have it, but you know what? I gotta organize better. I
get it.
Val's life. It helps me stay cool in the Florida sun. That's right. Let's see. I got the same radio as Val with Hall effect gimbals. Oh, yeah. Nice.
There's so many options for those things. I'll do some research, watch everybody's YouTube channel on them, and ask a bunch of questions. And usually what happens is by the time I buy something, the next best thing comes out a week later.
So Nitrate says there's tons of us. There are tons.
There are tons.
Flyer. You know, and Jim is building too and flying. I won't join until after the interview. Hey, Centroid, we did finish the interview. Now we're just talking.
Yeah,
we're just
I can't believe I've been here since 7 hours. It's already after 9.
Did it go fast for you, John, or was it slow and excruciating?
Just like that. Click. At least I bought this new webcam just because I didn't want to use the one that was in the screen here. Let me see if I can switch to that. It lets me switch stuff. And I see Roger doing it all the time. So
Roger is good at that switch.
Yeah. So
good at what?
Switching camera.
But
so that's if you can see me on that camera, that is the camera.
Oh yeah, no.
To the screen, but
that actually makes you look like a serial killer.
Oh, okay, we're gonna switch.
Quick. That one.
I just checked, and John, is it still at 96?
Yeah, I see that in the background. I was using the chat in one window, and I have Hangouts in the other window. I actually have 2 screens going, but if I look at the other screen, it looks funny on the camera.
Oh, wow.
It's my little doughboy guy. A friend of mine gave me this when we were doing all those Half-Life and stuff like that. And it still works. Pillsbury Doughboy.
Skinny
Hey,
dough.
Val, Teeny would like one of those.
Okay, so the story goes, John Denardo, that we were bidding on his Nespresso machine, and his sock puppet won. I think it was rigged. I think the whole thing was rigged. Now I have to go buy my espresso every day. And teeny weeny, death. But Paul, if that wasn't you, teeny weeny, in the chat, and believe me, when Roger kicked him out, I got one dislike. So thank you, teeny. Who was it?
Oh, no.
No,
No.
no. But they know a lot. They know a lot more about how to do program and do things than I do, because that was a picture of Teeny that was looking into the camera.
Oh my God! Well, maybe it was not nighttime. Maybe it was Star
I
Trek.
think
It was just
Centroid. I think Centroid was doing it to us.
Hey, Mr. Valley, how you doing, darling?
Never.
I think Mark. I think Mark is trying to get Teeny in trouble.
So real
Never.
quick, before we go on to our next segment,
Talking to them.
John, you are welcome to stay as long as you want.
I'm going to jump out and walk the puppy dog, call my mother back, and then I might jump back in after.
Okay. Tell Mom I said hi, and I'm so happy to hear she's doing well.
Oh, she's
And
doing
John,
great.
if you don't make it back, John, I understand, but it was nice being here with you.
Nice being here with all of you guys. It's awesome.
Take care, John. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
Something that I guess I'll start to do a little more often.
Yes.
There you go.
Because this is interesting. I'm used to talking to people, but not with them seeing my face. So
Behind the ham.
yeah,
Radio.
it's one of these, you know.
Yeah.
But
Nice,
or
John.
if I have one of the headsets on. All my headsets are up there on the back. There's some hanging over here. All my
So, John, it was such a pleasure talking to you. I can't even explain.
I appreciate everything.
I feel you're humbled that you would come onto my stream and talk to me. You are just amazing, and I so appreciate it. You tell your mama I said she had a good boy. She'll appreciate that, I think.
Yeah, she will. She's a great woman. It's amazing.
Okay.
Yep.
Bye, my dear.
All right. See you later. See everybody later. I might jump back
Take
in
care.
after I walk the dog and everything.
Yes. So, guys, make sure you pick up that channel. Go look at it. Decide if you'd like to have it. It's a great channel. I watched every video.
I'll put more videos up, and I'll figure out how to put some snapshots up there too. I guess that's different to do, to put photos up than videos, but
it's not too bad if you have a video editing. It's pretty easy.
yeah, that's the thing. I got to find a good Windows editing, unless I buy a Mac. But
I do Filmora.
What is it?
$59 for life, and they keep updating it.
What's the name of it?
Wondershare Filmora. It's very
Filmora.
easy.
All right.
It's not
That's something
counterintuitive.
we can talk about too the next time we're on, is
Yes.
all that video editing. That's, you find a lot of people out there that are doing video editing, but they're using Adobe and, Premiere. And I have those programs, but they're so complicated.
I have them, but it's beyond me right now. I'm going to learn it, but it's beyond me right now. But anyway, guys, that was John Denardo. Go on up.
All right, everybody.
Take
John, if you decide to come back, just use that link again. You can come right back in again on Hangouts.
Yep, just use that link, and you are back as soon as you do.
Thank you very much, everybody. Have a great night if I don't see you again.
Okay. Thanks, John. Oh my God, what a fascinating guy.
Yeah.
Who knew?
You did. You did.
You,
you had a feeling, Val. You knew.
Well, I don't know, but I found that fascinating. I hope you guys did too. And he's part of our community. Been part of our community for a little while now. So we need to just go ahead and support him and see where he's going to go. So anyway, Centroid, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How you doing, Val?
I'm doing pretty good. What's up
Good,
with
good. Well, are we still live?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. It doesn't matter. Our interview is Tuesday night, right?
It is.
Okay. Is there any way I can be 5-10 minutes late?
No.
Uh,
Yeah, absolutely you can. Absolutely.
Okay.
You can.
I have a student that needs some tutoring and they have a test this week, and I agreed to work with them until 7 if that's okay.
Yeah.
And I can start the stream as soon as I'm done, and I from my phone.
No, I tell you what, I'll just start with Roger and we'll do some chatting.
Okay.
When you come.
Great, excellent. Then that's perfect. I just wanted to make sure you knew that. I didn't want you to think I forgot. If the link's there, I'll click on it as soon as I get in, and we can get things rolling. So.
Oh yeah, I'm more than happy for that.
Excellent.
Roger and I always find some. Maybe I'll bring Paul and make him talk to me.
I do. I do.
That the sheep doesn't always look forward.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
It kind of looks like a Yeti butt there, Val.
I know that's because I know Kim likes it. So
You know, if you look real close at it, it almost looks like a Vegemite dispenser.
oh yeah.
Don't worry. If I show up at Rogers this spring, I'll have the Vegemite with me, just for you, Roger.
We got the bottle in the fridge.
Oh, Mars loves the flags. Thanks, Mars. I appreciate it. Yours is up there. These are all the people who I've supported or have supported me back, and I thought I'd have 4 or 5 flags, and wouldn't you know it? Geez, I don't even know what I'm up to at this point in time. So it's
we
just
have
amazing.
a whole bunch of people in stream right now. Metro Drones, I didn't say hi to him yet. So I want to say hi, Metro. How do you doing, darling? And Phantom, I think he went out hunting and got something because he cut up all this meat and put it in his freezer. So he must be doing, I didn't realize it was hunting season. Oh, Phantom, what are you doing? And then Robert had made a suggestion, and I like it. Bring the person on live, and we'll all help with this tutoring.
Some tell me that the parent of the student might have an issue with that one. As wonderful as this community is, I think they'd be a little standoffish, I would think. Hey, you know, I mean, what would you say? What would you say if some stranger said, "Hey, I'll tell you what. Why don't you come to my place? We're gonna go online, and we're gonna do the tutoring online on video."
On video.
Yeah, that would not go over well at all.
I'll put you on video.
Hey, now I got to try this. Mars just said there's a new Vegemite and cheese biscuit that's got released not long ago. Must try it. Well, if they sell it on Amazon, I might have to try it.
Oh, Claude got to fly his plane today.
Nice.
Excellent, Claude. Excellent. Lucy, Mr. Crowley and his drone. Hello, that's Paul. Paul, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you time to talk. Go ahead.
I'm good.
And Roger, thanks so much for.
I'm just here being angelic. Go ahead, Mark.
I was going to say thanks, Roger, for whacking the troll earlier. That teeny weeny needed to go.
Yeah, Paul whacked him too.
What's that?
Yeah.
Paul whacked him too.
And I thought it was you too, Paul. But when the Godfather spoke and said it wasn't you, I had to believe him.
Well, I was really amazed when I saw they went to the extent of putting his picture in the circle, and it was there, and I'm going, what the heck is going on here?
Easily done with a snip tool on Windows, but yeah, kind of creepy nonetheless.
Paul, is that why you called Roger?
Yes.
Okay. You know what? I just thought it was you, and then I thought maybe it's Star Cop.
I wasn't calling to rat you out. I was calling Roger because I was concerned.
Oh, no.
You know, there's been problems from certain outside influences before, and I thought maybe this was somebody trying to open that door.
Yeah. Well, you noticed I did not give Teeny Weeny a mod because sock puppets don't get modded.
Yes, agreed.
You know, with people I don't know and no content, I'm not doing the mod really quick because I don't think they care about that part. But Roger, thank you for doing that, for doing the whack-a-troll for me.
I even blocked him up on my channel. So
did you? Yeah, I thought you did really. You're doing good. It only took you about a half hour, but as you scream slowly, I always thought was this.
Yeah, I was surprised when it came by the first time, and I just kind of like. But then when it came back with 2 or 3 more comments, that's when I called Roger. And says, Roger, that's not me.
I thought it was. I just thought it was you, Paul. But yeah, I wasn't going to go and do that.
Well, in fact, I went over to Teeny's bed to make sure he was over there sleeping, and he was. So
We have so created a monster.
Hey, Mars just sent me the link for the Vegemite and cheese shaped Arnott's biscuits. I may have to buy some for you, Val.
No.
Hey, Val, this is your opportunity to talk about your keto diet. Go ahead.
Okay, I won't do that if it's not part of your diet. I understand.
So
You're
anyway,
safe.
I was going to say that ever since that song came out, I live in the land down under. I always thought, mind if I come into the panel? Okay, hold on. Because we are now, Roger, can you send him your link?
To who?
Robert.
Robert Sutton?
Yeah. Guys, that's all I can have in the panel now because I'll get too confused.
Well, actually, Val, I just wanted to come in to make sure everything was set for Tuesday night.
You're not leaving this family fun house.
Oh,
there's the
kidnapping me.
There's the wrath of Val.
I'm gonna have to have my wife save me from this one. Don't you have work for me to do or something? No. Damn. Usually that's a sound yes. That was a quick no.
That's right. No, Roger. Robert, I don't mind you coming in.
Hey, Mark.
Okay.
She's in the other room laughing at you.
Yeah, there's no doubt. She's been watching Val. Val, she says she's addicted to your stream, so she's going to be a supporter. She'll be watching your interviews. And sadly enough, she'll be there Tuesday night, too.
So I have her in today. Hold on. Didn't I? Yes.
What's
hold
that?
on. Catherine Turin.
Turin, but that's okay. Everybody says Turin.
Mod her. I didn't mod her. I would have.
That's okay. She only expected me to mod her, and I got in trouble for not doing it quickly enough.
Yeah, because tell her next time she comes in, I will try to remember who she is, and I will mod her right away. Because we got to teach her Wackatrol.
She's on there now. Just say hello. Have her tell her to say hello on the chat.
Tell us hello.
You still on, Kathy? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
She's still on. She's still on.
Type something in the chat for me.
Go
And
ahead, Kathy. Type something.
Hi, Robert.
Hello, everybody. How are you tonight?
Good. How you doing, Robert?
Can you hear me all right?
Yes, sir.
I just can't see you.
Well, that's a good thing, Val.
With the yellow hat, I thought you were Big Bird at first, and I thought I didn't ask.
Look, she's got to mod you now.
Let me change my camera.
There you go, Kathy. Next time you come in, you're modded.
How's that?
Oh, there you go. Okay, with the yellow hat, I looked over, my eyes aren't that great. These are my reading glasses. And I thought, who has Big Bird in? I thought, oh my God, is this teeny weeny in the sky? Because I couldn't see. Oh, I'm sorry.
I need to get the chat up.
Sounded better in my head. Anyway, hey, hey, Kathy, you're so welcome. We are going to teach you how to play Wackatrol. Don't you worry, you're going to love it.
Now you got to convince her to start her own vlogging or something, Val. We got to get her doing some videos. I'm all here to help her with that.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, if she wants to come on when you're on, I would love to talk to her.
That might be a little early, but I'll talk to her about it.
Mark, you sound like you're dodging out a little bit.
Yeah. She says don't push it. Thank you.
And in fact, Kathy, if you want to, get a hold of Val and give her some additional information. She'd appreciate it.
Now, to be fair, Val, if you know Keith, Eagle VP, he has already cornered my wife and I to do a couples interview. So that should be interesting when he does that.
Oh,
and he's,
cool.
well, he has a tendency of going a little let's put it this way. I don't think he'd be as gentle as you would be.
I
No.
am gentle. Just remember to tell everybody that. I am. Because Robert Stanton is going to be on my on Sunday.
Nice.
Interviewing Robert, and I have a lot of questions because he's got a lot of stuff on that wall, and I want to know all about it. So
You want to know all about the wall?
I do. I do.
Built it myself.
Yeah, the curiosity is. I want to know all about it, so I'm going to find out.
Hey, Val, how is your set change coming for Tuesday with Mark? I know you're going to change it to an operating room with a spotlight and gloves on, and you're going to dig right in there.
We're going to peel that onion back. I'm going to interview him till he cries.
Yeah.
I'm already crying. See, that's what I don't like about the fact that we changed the order. I was supposed to go first, and I was supposed to interview you, but somehow you swindled that one.
I did. Well, if had you interviewed me first, then you would have had other questions for me.
Exactly.
Which I can't answer.
So.
That was an interesting way around the loop. I enjoyed that.
Yes.
Yes.
A ring around the rosy. I see how it goes.
Yeah, that's how I roll. That's how I roll, dude. So I'm going to go in here with Roger. Roger?
Yeah.
How was your baptism today?
Not bad.
What?
No, my two great granddaughters got baptized today. In the same.
How old were they, Roger?
4 months and 7 months.
Wow.
Did they take the water part well, or did they do the scream?
They took it well. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Now, as important as that is, Roger, I have to ask another important question. Are you going to grow the beard back?
No.
No.
Oh.
Summer's here.
Val kind of influenced that situation, I think.
Hey, is anybody playing a video on their channel while they're looking at the live stream?
I am.
You are? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Right
is it yours? Robert, is it yours?
I see in the corner of my screen there once in a while.
Yeah, when he's talking, I can see it too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's some video I did from Cranberries.
Okay.
As long as it's your video, we can have it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mine. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I just don't want to get hit again.
Don't worry about.
You're now at 13 subscribers, Kathy. Yeah.
Huh?
What'd Kathy say?
Oh, can you hear me? I thought I turned the microphone off. Somebody just said she's at 13 subscribers now.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. She's got no content. She's the troll.
Oh, you said that in front of your wife?
No, there's a wall between us. I'm safe for now.
Is she on a laptop or a full-size computer?
Full-size computer.
She's at 18.
She could take a link and come in here and keep an eye on you.
She doesn't have to. She can hear every word I'm saying.
She's at 18, Mark.
Oh, you're at 18 now, Kathy.
She's grown.
She just knocked on the wall.
What is happening to Robert?
I shut that video off. I didn't want to cause anything.
Oh no, you could have it. It just has to be yours.
Oh, it is mine, but
yeah. You weren't causing anything. I just had to be sure.
Yeah, Roger.
Because I had a copyright strike once, so
Roger just has to keep an eye on things.
Yeah. And good thing. That is good to keep an eye on it. Yep.
Yeah, Roger. So is Kim gonna shave now? Because he's looking like Billy Goat Gruff.
Wow.
A new target.
First it's Twit, now it's Billy Goat Gruff.
I spread the love. I'm a giver.
I'd hate to see you spread the hate.
I'm just spreading love.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get it. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just
Yeah, exactly.
no
Nope.
beard here.
Nothing to
just-
see here. Nothing to see here.
Oh, thank you, Johnny Fex with Glow. Yeah.
Yeah, you do, Roger. You look a lot younger.
Well, he is younger. I'm the old man.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, well, you're not too old. Yeah.
67.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
You notice,
That's
you
fine.
notice,
Paul,
do you notice, Roger? Do you notice how she squints when she tries to lie?
hey,
Poker
does
face.
Paul, don't
She
worry.
does-
67 is the new 66.
Yeah.
You're good.
Val does this little. Oh, that's not bad. You know,
Okay, I don't play poker because I can't be good at it. It shows in my face exactly what I'm thinking. That's a problem.
I got a call tomorrow for my retirement pension. So,
there you go.
Do you?
well, yeah, it's they say up to 6 months before your next birthday or whatever. But me, I'll do it ahead of time, so I'll be done.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
Oh, when do you get that?
I'll be 65. I'm 64 now, so
Oh, you're getting there, Roger.
That's like
You're
our
on it.
Social Security, right, Raj?
pardon.
It's like our Social Security.
It's probably more than what we get at Social Security these
Probably.
days in the States.
Probably.
Well,
Well, it's all based on what your income was in your work life. So
yeah.
drone effect says I'm older than dirt. Thank you.
Hear that? Older than dirt. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So there was apparently a fire at Pearson International Airport Terminal 1. All USA and international flights been canceled.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Where's
don't know
where's Pearson International Airport? Does anybody know?
Pearson International Airport.
Yeah, what country is that? I don't know either.
Well, it's USA and international flights must be here. Yeah, somewhere.
Well, I'm thinking it might be in Europe and that the international flights.
Oh, Toronto,
Oh, Toronto.
Ontario, yeah.
Canada.
Mississauga, Ontario.
Yeah, Toronto, Ontario.
Yeah, it's Ontario.
Well, that must have given a lot of people action there this week today.
Yeah, I hope everybody's okay and it's just
Yeah.
gonna get it under control, you know?
As long as it's not caused by a drone.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
Oh no,
hey,
they'll say it was. They'll say it was.
hey, Roger, Flying with Stan had a comment for your benefit there.
Now, at least you're not 67.
Hey, Val, I just posted the promo for the build with Louis P. Floyd. Hopefully we'll get together and get that set up for Thursday. But if anybody's interested,
Okay.
just go watch that. It's got the dates and times ready to go.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Yep. It's going to be a 3-inch quad, guys. So if you're interested in how to build that, you're going to want to make sure you catch that for sure.
That should be very interesting. I'm looking forward to that. I am.
I appreciate that, man, and hopefully we pull it off. Should be fun. We have to tweak some things and make sure we got all the cameras working for that. So we should be doing that probably tomorrow or Tuesday.
And-
I think I'm
and you're
talking
gonna
with him Tuesday. I think Tuesday at 7. I'm getting together with him to figure all this stuff out.
You're going to have to set up a separate link back to the executive producer Val to make sure you guys are getting it right. Okay.
Well, after I get together with him on Tuesday at 7 o'clock and we go over all the details, I'll get in touch with her or something.
Oh, Joe Landscape, congratulations on hitting 400, darling. You deserve it, and
Yes, very good. Congratulations.
And many more.
yes, and many more.
And also, I was on the live chat that Novice Squads does, and he's very good about making sure that he shuts down before your live stream.
Yeah, I
he
watched
shouted
some of
you
that
out.
work. It was good.
He shouted you out, and and he's very good about that. So much appreciation to him because he's got a nice little live stream going there. It's a fun bunch of guys.
So what was that directed to me or Roger?
Your live stream. He shut down before your live stream.
Yeah,
Oh my
he shut
God,
down like a minute, right?
Right
1 minute before.
Novice
Yeah.
Quads is very good about that. He knows you go on, and
Oh.
he was on for a couple hours, and it's a great bunch of guys. I love their live
They're
stream.
out of New York, right?
Yeah, out of New York City,
Mhm.
and right at around 6:58, he goes, "I only got 2 more minutes, and Val's coming on,
That's coming
and
on.
we're gonna sign off." And it was really cool. Good guy there.
Yep.
Very, very nice. That is so sweet. That is so sweet of him because he didn't have to. We're all kind of in this together. That's how
Exactly.
I see it.
Yeah.
And like I for a long time was getting off on Tuesdays because another channel was coming on. I wanted to get off and not interfere with that. So, that someone would do that for me, I think is really sweet.
It's gonna happen at some point, and I like Roger's philosophy. And nobody does it intentionally, but if we can, we can. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Nobody does it to step on anybody's
And
toes.
that really teeny channel does it to me every time. That small channel. I think they have like 5 subscribers. That Pusa Studios.
You can never ever. I mean, look at what happened Thursday night, Val. We went on against Ken, and I had no problem going up against him because I know I'm not going to cut into his territory in the least.
Right.
But we had a great turnout nonetheless. So
Yeah.
there's enough out there for people to share. There's no doubt.
I tease
Andrew,
because their stream is just always hopping, and so and sometimes our guys go there because we're all looking to build. We want to build, but so anyway, I love Andrew, but I was just teasing. 5 subscribers.
well, I
He changed him from Saturday because he didn't want to go against the Godfather to being on Sunday, and I was like, "Holy hell, Andrew!" No,
well, I always tease Andrew about it being the channel to go for speed reading.
Oh, geez.
Everything just flies.
Xenia's very good about keeping up with the chat, though. She does a great job.
Yep.
I think I'm saying your name right.
I can't keep up. I can't even keep up.
They're a great team.
I'll see our guys in there, and I call them our guys, but I'll see them and I'll try to say hi to them, but they disappear so fast. I'm like, now how do I spell that again? I'm like, oh my God. Yeah, it's pretty nice. I love all the streams a lot of the streams that are coming up now. They're just so positive, and I like watching them. And if they're on when I'm on, it's okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing fewer of the lazy streams, or maybe I'm just good at avoiding them right now. The put the painting down and the camera on it and watch the paint dry kind of thing. I don't see them doing it as much, but maybe I've just been good at filtering them out lately.
And I'm going to tell you the one that Roger loved that I was going to do for him. He was talking about he likes the streams where the woman is laying in bed with her hair in curlers. And she's going, hello, just woke up. Want a coffee? He loves those.
No.
Now, I think Russ at Droning About Northwest used my suggestion. I think he got quite a few hits. I think he put a plant or a potted bunch of grass and just put a sign in it and said, "Watch me grow." And I think he got like 50 or 60 hits in an hour on that thing. What people will watch on YouTube is absolutely amazing sometimes. So,
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
If you could, and I don't know what your setup is, but if you could pan your camera a little bit more to your right, because I see right down your nose is the edge of your picture.
It's because OBS. I'm
There
using
you
OBS camera. I'm just leaning. I'm just being lazy. So you're gonna have to deal with half my face. Just being really lazy. So.
Oh my God. Yeah. So I was gonna put curlers in my hair and come on and just be like, Hey, Roger.
There you
Just woke up. I know you like it.
Well,
Roger.
for the longest time, Val, as I'm trying to work out all the issues I had learning OBS and my technology issues, having a really, really less than capable computer, I would go live just to test it under Nay's advice from Interactive. He goes, you got to go live. You can't go private or unlisted because it's a different server. I'm like, I don't want to go live. I'm testing. So I set up a test stream and I said, nothing to see here, just testing. And I would get so many people popping in. I'm like, there's nothing to see here. Can't you read? And they would stick around, even though I'm like, go away. They just stayed there. I'm like, oh my God, people.
I love doing that. If someone says, I'm just testing, don't come here, I always go in, hi, what you doing?
Well, it's human nature to go and watch a train wreck, you know?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Got to see people fail.
Yep.
But I will tell you, I think that we still have people come on every day and vlog and really don't have a lot to say. They're just going out and talking to a few friends. And so, of course, there's even a place for that within this, in the stream of things. I don't watch those in particular. I stick a lot to our drone community. Yeah, because we have a lot of stuff up. So, and then if Roger's not on, I may, but Roger's always on. That's what happened to my eyes, trying to read the screen all the time when Roger's on.
See, Ricky Duff just admitted to being at that live stream where I told him to go away. and he didn't. He didn't. He stuck around.
I watch Prison Docs all day.
And Mars, you're right. The more you tell somebody not to watch, the more they're going to watch.
They're going to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that from now on. Interview with Val. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Boring. Don't come on. All we're talking about is late bedwetting.
Is that a threat? Is that a threat, Val? That sounds like a threat. That sounds like a precursor to Tuesday night.
Hey, Val, I've got to go for a few minutes. I'll be back.
Come back.
Please.
He left. He actually just went away.
He'll come back. Don't worry.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Yeah, Paul could have just, and Roger's gone. I think they're the same person.
They may be.
Could be.
I'm gonna have to investigate that because they're both gone.
Oh, Roger's back.
See, Roger's back. Notice Paul isn't here. Keeping an eye on you, Roger.
I let the dog out. I went and got myself a glass of Clamato.
Clamato.
Yeah.
Clamato.
I love Clamato.
I love Clamato juice. Yeah. They make a good bloody Caesar.
I used to. That wasn't
bloody Caesar.
Yeah, it's a Bloody Mary, but you use Clamato juice instead of regular tomato juice.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I usually I used to put vodka in it and everything before. And now it's just Clamato juice.
Now, it's good, and even if it's a virgin Bloody Mary, I love horseradish and tomato juice or Clamato juice. Oh, I love it.
Wouldn't it be hot on you?
What?
Wouldn't it be too hot?
No, I like it spicy. What? Oh. Is this an unboxing video, Val? An impromptu unboxing video?
I want you to know that I am all about keeping it fresh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so what I did was...
You got your own sock puppet.
Yeah. My one-legged sock puppet.
I was trying not to bring that up. I really was.
Well, Paul's not here right now, so...
Okay,
that's a safe bet.
I got this. We'll just say somebody anonymous, because that's the way it has to be. But anyway, it is so I can make keto coffee.
What kind of coffee?
Keto?
Never heard of it. Oh, keto coffee. Keto coffee for your.
So you put butter in it and MCT oil, and that's how I do my coffee. And this
Hey, you know what would go good in? Is that like a food processor almost?
kind of like that. Yeah.
You know what would go good in that?
What?
Sock puppet.
Actually, it would.
Oh my God, you guys so bad. I do not understand exactly how to open with care.
Yeah.
There's probably sharp blades in there. Be
So
careful.
you have to have feelings about it, or what?
Yes, I do, and I love it. Come here. You can open it. Okay.
You gotta pet it like your controller, your radio, your transmitter there, Val.
All right. So it should be small enough that I can get up in the morning, throw my coffee in there, all my stuff. So what happens is you try to make keto coffee because coffee's hot, right? And you put it like in a Ninja Bullet. They go, we use Ninja Bullet. The heat causes the sill to go, and then it leaks all over the inside of the blade assembly. So I needed something where it was more like this, right? That it won't do that.
So what makes coffee keto coffee? Is it the way you grind it? Is it a special bean?
Oh my God, it look different like this. Oh. I'm sorry. Okay, I drink caffeine. I haven't had like Coke in like a week, and now I had one. What makes it keto? It's supposed to be something you can drink, and it kind of helps you not want to eat your house.
Okay.
Because
That's
it's high in fat. That's what makes it butter, MTC, and a little cream.
Well, Val, when you come here, you're gonna have just caffeine coffee. I mean, just no.
I'm bringing this. I'm gonna put some stock in it.
I don't think they'll let that on the plane, Val.
I don't think so either.
I know. Yeah, I'm just getting caffeinated coffee, and it's instant when I go to Rogers. Roger said, and you like it.
Yeah. Oh, Ashgard just put up a new video.
Oh, did he?
Hacks and upgrades mods.
About cuts off a finger. Okay, so like that one time I was on changing one of the props, and I used the wrong tool to get this thing up, and I put my tool right through my hand.
Oh.
I still got the scar. Yeah.
You got that on video? Did you post it?
No. I mean, God, and then I was trying to cut onions while listening to a stream, and I cut into my hand. So that wasn't going to make a good food video, so I couldn't use that one.
Kim, we're going to hide the knives when Val gets here.
Peel that onion. Make it dry.
Okay, this is going to be fun. Can't wait. I thought maybe it's Val's espresso. No, because I don't get the espresso machine now because Teeny Weeny got it. I'm not bitter. I'm killing Teeny Weeny though. Just saying. Teeny Weeny gonna die.
Oh, Paul took off. He shut down completely.
He said I'll be back in a minute. So it might be his upstairs stuff going on.
There was his computer bugging up again, one of the two.
So you're asking, is this a new machine? Because this is new. I just did an unboxing. But I didn't talk. Don't worry about calories until you're fully in ketosis. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not worried about calories. I had like 4 pieces of bacon yesterday. I was just like, I'm just gonna eat this. Driving around. Yeah. That's my world though, boy. That's my world.
Bacon is life.
Bacon is life. Life is bacon.
Oh, Val. I sent Roger an email with my Facebook.
Oh, did you? Good.
But I don't have Facebook though, Robert.
Oh, you don't?
No, but send me the email.
Could you forward that to it?
I'll send Val the email. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like that to chop onion. You had to bang the top repeatedly. You know what? That's what I read in the reviews. But I figured this can cut through coffee, not Roger's coffee, but it can cut through regular coffee. I think Roger drinks coffee like the French. Excuse me. Really thick.
How do French drink their coffee?
Thick. It's straight up. I was going, when I went overseas, I was on Lufthansa, and they said, oh, we're serving French coffee. It was a German plane. And I was like, oh, good. And it was like, I was like, what the heck? But that's our coffee. That's how you have to get used to drinking it, I guess.
So when you're done stirring it, the spoon stands straight up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's the way I like it.
Just look at it and go, what the heck?
Mud, bucket of mud.
I sent Val your Facebook page.
Thanks.
Yes. Oh, so we have a new channel visiting. I think it's new to me. Let me get check. It's called Steve's Fun Adventures.
Oh, hello, Steve.
I just picked up your channel because it does look like Fun Adventures. So I got you.
Oh,
there we go.
You got a new subscriber.
I got you too, Steve.
Let's check them out.
Yeah.
Give that man a wrench.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got that going. Hey, you're welcome, Steve. Yep. Night's dinner, shish kebab, crab. Just reminded me to shake up the marinated beef chunks. You know what I had? I had corned beef and cabbage. I made it and took it over to where I was working today when I was working with Mary, my the elderly woman I go to see. And yeah, you gotta have corned beef and cabbage.
I was supposed to cook the ribs tonight, but seeing I went to that baptism and all that, didn't have time to do them, so I'm doing them tomorrow night.
Are you?
We'll be over tomorrow, Roger?
Yeah.
We will be at Roger. Yes. Roger, I will tell you, I have a weakness for ribs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're lucky you don't have to pay by the pound when you get on the plane, eh? Because when you go back, you're going to weigh a lot more than you are now.
I'm just saying that, my brother-in-law makes the best ribs, and every time I come out there, he makes ribs and all this, sausage, and he'll make it all at one time. The neighbors come over and all that. He's out in Maryland, and boy, nobody can cook ribs like him. So I'm hoping your ribs are as good as they look when I've seen them.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, it's gotta be good. Okay, folks, I'm off to Betty. But hey, legwork, thank you so much for coming in. And Mars, just tell her to come on over. I'll share my corned beef and cabbage with her. We have so much fun. You can have them with dry rub. Yeah, that's how I do them. That's how he does them. He doesn't put a lot of sauce and stuff.
Well, the sauce I make, the windows have to be opened in the house.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because you'll be looking for your breath with the vinegar I put in it. So,
there was a time when my oldest was, he was doing something, and he would just eat chicken breast with cooked in vinegar and hot sauce. And nice. I seemed to hate that smell. I could not stand that smell. I was like, Michael, what are you doing?
So Val, I do have to get off. Am I allowed to get off now, or do I have to stay?
Okay.
Have I served my time? Have I done my due diligence?
You served your time. Go ahead. I'm not going to be online either. I'm going to be on for a little bit longer. But I was hoping to catch Paul. I know, right? Vinegar.
Because you understand, if I don't get off without your permission, I'm going to hear it from the other side of the wall.
That's right. As you remember, happy life if you have a happy wife.
Exactly.
Yeah, but happy husband, happy home. Let's be honest there too.
Exactly.
I got you there.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
When are you going to be interviewed by Eagle VP?
I don't know yet. He's still on vacation. I think he comes back tomorrow. and
Oh.
he's supposed to get in touch with me and set up a time for Kathy and I to get on his stream. But he's asked. I interviewed him quite a few weeks ago, and in return he says, "Well, now I get to interview you." And I said, "That's fine." He goes, "No, there's a catch. It's got to be you and your wife." I'm like, I better talk to her about that. So, Val, you've softened her up with this whole YouTube thing, so hopefully she's a little bit more willing to do it. But I think she's agreed to it already.
Yeah,
I
tell
think.
her
So,
if she wants, she can come on. If she doesn't want to come on and be part of the full interview, she doesn't have to be, because
okay.
it's about interviewing you. But if she wants to come on just the last 5 minutes, say hello to everyone in the stream, we would love to meet her.
Nature's beauty, thank you.
We would just kind of give her just a little taste so she can go.
Yeah,
on
maybe she will. Maybe I can get her just to say hi on screen for a little bit.
Come
But
say hi to us.
okay, you folks have a good night. Take care, Roger.
Okay.
Take care, Robert. Take care,
Love you,
Val.
everybody.
Take care, everybody in chat. Have a good
Bye,
one.
Kathy.
Bye, Mark.
Oh my God, they're so cute. So cute. Oh my God. See, doesn't it look like Big Bird because the yellow hat? See? Oh, not.
Mine?
Yeah. When your picture
My
comes
Big
up,
Bird?
yellow hat.
Yeah,
Big
The
Bird.
yellow hat part.
Big Bird. Big
Because
Bird.
your name's across your face. You can't see it.
It just says you on mine.
Oh. Okay. Never mind. Hey, Ricky Dove. Ricky Dove's in the house. Joan Landscapes. Nature's Beauty. We always love seeing Nature's Beauty. Mars in the house. Centroid just left, but we love it when he's on. We have Phantom and Steve's Fun Adventures, Mars 616. So we got a lot of people in the house. There we go.
How
So
many do we have on?
Huh?
How many do we have on?
Oh, I don't know.
22.
I can
Yeah.
only see the chat, so
Is it 22?
Yeah, 22 watching.
22.
Okay. So
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a pretty good time to say goodbye then, if that's okay with everyone. I don't, you guys have stayed on for almost 3 hours. Bless your hearts.
It's okay.
And Robert came on. Hey guys, don't forget, on Tuesday, Centroid, 7 o'clock, we are going to peel that onion. Believe me, he's going to get some payback for interviewing me. I'm going to work on it. Don't you worry. And then Robert Stanton, you see our Robert right here. He is coming on Sunday night. So I'm going to be watching all his videos. We're going to talk about that while he is. And so we're going to do a little salute to Robert for sure because of all the stuff he has done for us. Now, guys, don't forget those 2 dates. Now, tomorrow at 9 in the morning, 9 sharp Eastern, we have the Canadian Drone Hub, and they come on 7 days a week at 9 in the morning, and then various nights, and then 9 on Saturday. Is that right, Roger?
Yep, that's
And
for sure.
And then one other thing, Centroid is starting a fascinating series with Louis P. Floyd on how to build a 3-inch quad. So if you ever wondered, if you wanted to see, if maybe you wanted to try to build along, that might be something you want to see. It's going to come in 3 parts and it should be fun. Guys, I loved having you here. Robert and Roger, stay in the chat because we're not done. Okay. Okay. I love you all. You know it.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you. And we're going to be stopping the broadcast. Thank you so much. Hey, Marsh, you tell Kaz I said hi for sure. Okay. And Doughboy, we're going to find a way to get a hold of you, and I want to talk to you. Oh, you're still watching. Okay, Jerry, I love you. I'll see you guys next time.
Well, Kim asked you if you check that link out about that turkey video.
If I did what?
You checked out that turkey video, the link?
No. What link?
Yeah. Okay. It's not in the chat anymore, Kim. Yeah. Okay.
Who put it up? Who did it?
I'll send you the link.
I don't see it.
Yeah, I'll send you the link, Val.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.